Hello. I'm sorry I'm late. The water overflowed. So I had to clean it up. So excuse me. Sorry. I'm here. Like the water went everywhere when I tried to boil it, and then I guess it doesn't say to leave the lid on, and then I left the lid on, which maybe wasn't such a good idea. You know. Fun happy, hello, hi. Thank you so much for coming to my dinner stream. I really appreciate it. I've been waiting to like chat and hang out for a while now. I've missed it, but my Wi-Fi has been really unstable. But I think I figured out a maybe, I don't know if it's super legal workaround, but it seems like it works. So I think we're in the clear. Had a sip of water before I began, so that hopefully I could speedrun everyone's hellos. Oh, not that I want to make it really fast because I don't care, but like I want to make sure I get to everyone. Last man, con happy, Zayn, con happy, Steven, con happy, Ronus, con happy, Alex, con happy, Vol, con happy, Gabriel, con happy, Kusanagi, con happy, Penguin Commando, con happy, Azurios, con happy, Highland Juggalo, con happy, NS, con happy. I just put one noodle on each time at the fork and eat my food like that. I've never done that, but I'll try. You can take a look and I can try and do that. How's that? How's the mic? The mic should be better than it was before. It shouldn't be peaking. We should be chilling, but tell me if we're not, okay? What if she only made mac and forgot the cheese? I didn't, although I did need to go and melt a bunch of frozen butter that I had in the freezer. Bridges, con happy, Bluestick Press, con happy, Yua, con happy, Gingerbread Man, con happy. Thank you for coming to the stream today. Welcome, Shasso, con happy. Nimbly, con happy. Did I say hi yet? Oh, I did. Okay. Tomonoda, con happy. Fred, con happy. Celis, con happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, Sleepy Boy, con happy. Snakeblade, con happy. Rookie, con happy. Pumpkin Pog, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, Slays, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for 43 months of members. She's making mac and cheese. I'm sorry. That's why I was late, too. I haven't made mac and cheese in a hot minute, but I'm excited to show you what I cooked up. Reed, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Also, Sagittarius, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Aegis, con happy. Mark and Sirius, con happy. Doki Doki Aviary Club, con happy. Neptune, con happy. Adane, con happy. Chair, con happy. Recuristics, con happy. Morgie, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Kuroy, con happy. Stevo, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Go-Kart Dragon, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Hoopslot, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Good evening. Louisen, con happy. Ryan, con happy. Long time no see. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Boss, con happy. Thanks and welcome. Hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Gingerbread Man, con happy. Tom, con happy. Thank you for coming to the stream today. Real Fan, con happy. Andrew, con happy. Destiny, con happy. Xenogears, con happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Louisen, con happy. Optronics, con happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. The mac and cheese is already fighting back. Yeah, it reared its ugly heads. Maybe it's more like a mac and cheese hydra, and it tried to attack me, but I lived, bitch. Frozen Lightning, con happy. Dusty, con happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Adane, con happy. Ale, con happy. Thank you for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Okay, I think I said hi to everyone, but I may be stupid, so I'm sorry if I didn't. Tom, thank you so much for 26 months of member. Everything is legal if no one finds out. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. And Gingerbread Man, thank you so much for 28 months of member. Hello, Silly Verb. Hello. Thank you so much for your support, and thanks for being here today. Johnny, con happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. At least you're not lactose intolerant. If so, you're already knocked out. So I brought some hot chocolate back from Spain, and I tried drinking it the other night, and I think it killed my stomach. I was in and out of the washroom for maybe an hour. Luckily, I have TCG Pocket, so there's something for me to do. That's my amusement when I'm busy. my Pokemon TCG Pocket playtime goes up exponentially after I have dairy. Aqua Kunapi, thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, and thank you very much for 37 months of support. Thank you very much for being here today, and thank you very much for your support. Nergal Kunapi, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. Has every noodle been slain? You know, once you slay one noodle, more and more noodles grow back. You know, I really wished it worked like that, because think about it. We'd have an unlimited supply of mac and cheese. Okay, anyways, people just want to see my mac and cheese, right? And I will explain to you my artistic reasoning behind why my mac and cheese looks this way. Apparently, a lot of people, when I talked to like friends and family, they said like, this is atrocious, but I think it's fine. I don't know. Here, you guys can take a look at it. Na. So I like my mac and cheese with a bunch of ketchup. You can't see it, it's hidden under the pepper. And then a lot of pepper, and then on one half, I have dino nuggies, and on the other half, I have sweet potato nuggies, which are new, because I've been eating broccoli nuggets, but I thought I'd try the sweet potato ones because I haven't tried those ones before. Don't they kind of match better too? But I can't help but feel like it kind of looks like a cave painting. Dino nuggies. Usually, I put Spam, but I kind of wasn't feeling like opening up an entire can of Spam today. Here, I'll make it even bigger so you can see. But I like my food with a lot of pepper on it. I don't really know why. I just kind of do. It kind of does. Yeah, no, I tried to make a heart so I could show you guys, but it kind of doesn't look like a heart. I'm sorry. I did my best. That's my best right there, okay. Actually can't complain, I would do the same, minus the cheese on my mac. You don't even like cheese? Why are you here? Can you leave? Someone escort this man out immediately. This is a cheese lovers club. You're not allowed in here if you don't like cheese. I'm sorry. Surely there's a kind of cheese that you would like. I know, I have this friend, and they don't really like cheese, but they like, what is it called? The one that you have to grill. Halloumi? On like a sandwich or something, but like the rest of them they don't really like. Broccoli nuggies. I know, they're really good. What's the brand again? I forgot. I don't even remember what the brand is called. It's like some vegan brand. Not that I think I could ever be vegan, but I'm trying to buy more plant-based stuff. I eat a lot of tofu already. I just thought I'd kind of try some other stuff because it's probably I'm probably decimating the chicken population, you know. Promise, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Adult meal. This is an adult meal. Adult life is just you acting on 10 billion free will brownie points that you saved up. So this is 100% an adult meal. Let me just put this in front of me. I'm kind of notorious for eating all my books. Don't tell my professors. I'm also notorious, you know, before I was able to play, I was able to start playing video games with you guys. I didn't really get to play any video games at all. That's why I'm so bad, right? Because I didn't really play video games before I started streaming. I used to watch like no commentary gameplay, but I would balance my school laptop that I like rented from the school on the side of the bathtub, because that's the only time I had to like watch stuff, and I would watch like 30 minutes to an hour of like, I don't know, I remember very specifically watching Xenoblade 2, and then like 3 or 4 times I dropped my laptop in the bath, and luckily I don't have to pay for any damages. The school will just fix it. But you know, I wouldn't put it past myself. I think old habits die hard. And thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. What, you ate a book? I wouldn't say I could eat a book. I think that doesn't seem too tasty. Maybe if you seasoned it right, honestly. I mean, people are eating anything nowadays. You know, those like fancy food places, like lionfish and stuff. I just don't like the melted cheese. I'll take Parmesan 100%. Okay, I understand. You're allowed back in the club. Is the music level okay? I hope it's okay. What's everyone else eating for dinner? Or maybe if you're not eating dinner, you're snacking, or are you just sitting here awkwardly? I have to say though, isn't it? My dad used to do this with me. He would bring me to like steakhouses and stuff, because he knows I like eating steak tartare, and he'd bring me and he wouldn't eat anything, and he would just sit across from me and like stare at me while I ate. I guess he wanted to know that like the food was good and I was happy, but like it's kind of awkward when you're sitting across from someone and they're not eating, right? Like, it's different from going out alone. I don't mind going out alone. I actually really like eating alone. But there's something about like sitting across from someone who's not eating that's like, the weird vibes, you know? If it's for Xenoblade 2, is where like, I think a couple times it was fine, and then another 2 times they had to replace the entire outside of the computer. But they were able to retrieve any data I had. Luckily, I had everything stored on Google Drive, so it wasn't really a problem. They were like, how did it get in the bath? I was like, I don't know. To fool your enemy, first you must fool yourself, right? Eating on the books really helps you absorb the knowledge. I feel like I'm glad that most of my textbooks are online now. I feel like there's something about following a physical textbook that's a little harder. Is it just me? Does anyone else find like a digital textbook easier to follow? Also, I feel like sometimes my professors nowadays, I'm taking some history courses, and my professor will be like, oh, you have to read like 40 pages. But like, because the textbook is it's divided by chapter, there aren't really like page breaks. So it doesn't really feel like I'm reading 30 or 40 pages. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I like that a lot. I can gaslight myself into reading more. Ooh, jalapeno. Wait, where did I see jalapeno? Let's see. What'd you learn? Nothing? Nothing. I'd do it again, and I'd do it again. No, what I learned is now I have a chair, a designated chair outside of the bathtub that I put my laptop on, and it doesn't fall in, you know? Does Harvey eating chicken count as cannibalism? The age-old question, no, because it's tasty. Jalapeno poppers. I've actually never had a jalapeno popper. It seems really good. Let me start digging into this, actually. There is a space on my desk. I have to hold this in front of me. Oh. I don't have a strainer. I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full, huh? I don't think you care, do you? Ooh. A lot of pepper, that's nice. I don't have a strainer right now, so I just added less milk. Because you're supposed to stir in milk after you drain the noodles, but I couldn't drain them that well, so I just added less milk. Seems to have worked fine. I put in a lot of butter though. It's like 4 tablespoons of butter per box. You're at the gym? This is a fat fuck only club. Get out of here. I hope your workout goes well though. Crimson, on that beat, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Might have some pretzels. You know what? I've kind of been craving hard pretzels recently. Do people dip hard pretzels in anything? Like as a chip? Because I feel like they could be, like the potential is there for them to be good with like a dip. I recently tried like this Target, it's like some kind of like cheese dip for tortilla chips. It was really good. I liked it. Also, what part of the egg is tucked in? That's what I don't understand. It's breakfast for me. I'm having waffles and scrambled eggs for breakfast. You know, I feel like that's a really good way to start your day. Start it with something sweet and something savory. Although I think I'm more of like a savory kind of girl. I really love salty stuff. But I know some people, like, it's the best way to start the day when you have something sweet too. Ooh, I'm missing some notifications right now. Pizza Boy, thank you very much for 16 months of member. Is that ketchup on mac and cheese? That's diabolical. That's like the way to have it. So I used to be part of this country club. Am I still part of it? I don't remember anymore. I haven't been in like... 5 years. 5 years. Well, my parents are members, so. And every week I'd have like French tutoring there, like private tutoring. And I got so bored of eating mac and cheese. I kept ordering the kids' meals because they were cheap, but I was in high school by that point. And I got really bored of how it tasted. And like, it was some kind of like, the cheddar they used for it was so mild. I thought it was really boring. So I started like asking for different condiments. So I tried like ketchup and ranch and mustard and some other stuff. In retrospect, I think if I worked there, they probably thought I was like insane. I've got a short rib lasagna. That sounds so good. You have to stew short rib or like smoke it or something, right? For a while. I want to try making like stews and stuff. Although I'm kind of scared it's gonna overflow, kind of like my noodles did today. Linguine with chicken. Ooh, with like a cream sauce? That's always good. I always like, you know, if you're really lazy and you don't want to make like a pasta sauce, I quite like brown butter. Just like, you just brown some butter on the stove and just pour that over some noodles. I think that's really tasty. Recently I got some pine nuts at Costco. I want to try adding those to my pasta and like salads and stuff. But I don't know why. If I remember correctly, I feel like they're not so healthy. And I gotta make mac and cheese again. I got some leftover chili in the fridge. That's the other thing about like making so much food, isn't it? It's also welcome. It's like when you make a bunch of food, especially like when you're living alone, right? If you're making a lot of food, you kind of end up eating the same thing every day. And that's kind of why I'm not really incentivized to like cook a lot. When I'm home, I cook for my parents, you know, and I like try new recipes and stuff. But, you know, when I'm like at school, I kind of don't want to make anything new. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? Start being like happy Samurai Racer. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Did you see it's my half dino nuggies, half sweet potato nuggie dinosaur ring. It kind of looks like a cave painting, but we're going to ignore that, okay? I've used Hoi pretzels as a fork. Does that count? Are those like the really flat ones? Is that the ones, like, are those the ones you're talking about? Happy to catch you streaming. Yeah, man, I missed you in chat. Oh, thank you so much for being here. And I missed streaming. I was kind of scared that the stream would like crash, burn, and die, you know, knock on wood, but seems to be okay for now. I want to play more sorcery. The first couple weeks of school were really busy. Oh my god, I have so much to talk to you guys about. Melted chocolate is peak. True. Wait, you mean like are we talking like on breakfast? I love anything melted chocolate. You know, I actually don't like vanilla ice cream or like vanilla flavored stuff. But I think vanilla, let me turn my mic down a little bit. But I think vanilla with like a chocolate, like a melted chocolate sauce, really, really good. Usually I don't like vanilla otherwise, you know? Used to have pretzels, hard pretzels with cream cheese. That's pretty good. I might try that actually. Thank you. Miss West Team, and anonymous ID. My-chan, thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? My voice cracked there. So happy I can catch the stream before work. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I'm glad I can catch you before work too. The poppers were good, by the way. Can I just buy those like ready-made, or is it much better if I make them myself? I kind of want to try them now. Only ever spitting food on our face. Whoa! That's a waste of food. You think you deserve my pre-chewed food? I don't think so. That's for my babies only. Charles Dollhouse, thanks for coming to the stream. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. And Pizza Boy, thank you very much for your support. And oh yeah, thank you so much for your support. 2 years. Thank you very much for being a member for 2 years. Oh yeah, thank you so much for your support. And thanks for being here today. Don't really, I also don't really eat breakfast that much, only when I can. I've been skipping out on breakfast too. It's so bad. I've gained so much weight because they say missing breakfast is really bad for you, right? And I have like noon to afternoon classes, so I usually don't eat until the evening. Wait, let me try one of these. I have the Stegosaurus one. So, what I learned about these, sweet potato and broccoli dinos, is that there's a bunch of potato inside of it too. It's like mostly sweet potato or mostly broccoli, depending on which one you buy, but like, it kind of just tastes like a hash brown. Although, it seems kind of sacrilegious to put like both a sweet potato and a regular potato inside of like a dinosaur. I don't know. I don't know, get shaped tier list when. I feel like there aren't that many shapes. Stream would be over in like 15 minutes. My favorite ones are the Tyrannosaurus Rexes because I like biting the heads off of them. Oh. Have you tried vanilla ice cream and a root beer float? I don't think I've had a root beer float before. I've had melon soda floats, but I feel like root beer, I feel like the flavor is pretty strong. I want to try it though. I feel like it would be good. I wonder where I could go for that. There's a bunch of diners where I am, so maybe I should just go to a diner and give it a try. I put ketchup on my rice at work when I'm lazy. My coworkers always shame me. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You probably want to add some furikake or something. What else is good? I've been making so many, I know I talked about it before, but I make so many rice cooker recipes now. Recently, I tried making sukiyaki, like a quote-quote sukiyaki adjacent dish in my rice cooker, but it didn't work so well, so I adjusted the recipe. Basically, I started putting like the sauce, obviously following the instructions. Like, I think it's 1:1, the ratio. Everything goes in the rice cooker, frozen vegetables inside, and then I let all of that steam. And then when it's done, I like pan-fried some, it was just like sukiyaki beef or something, like the thin hot pot beef. And some butter, and then I cracked some eggs on top of the rice and let the residual heat cook the eggs, and then I just kind of broke it up and then just combined everything together and I ate it. It was really good, actually. That was probably one of my best like theory crafting meals where like I wasn't following a recipe. Cliche Konat, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? Pretzel and cream cheese slaps. Okay, I have to try it next time then. Do you guys mix anything with your cream cheese? I feel like you could probably mix, what is it called? Like sriracha mayo? Like the spicy mayo? I feel like you can mix that with cream cheese to make like a spicy dip. I love ketchup on craft dinner. It's so good. It's just the way I had it growing up. Okay, don't knock it till you try it. I think it's tasty. I actually don't like any kind of ketchup. Well, not ketchup. I don't like any kind of tomato flavored pasta, like sauces, that much. But I really, really like how sweet ketchup is. I guess that's why I like omelet rice and stuff. It's like sweet, you know? Alex Konat, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing well. You know what? Maybe I'll talk about myself a little bit. Shade Konat, FTL Konat, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? Did I miss the mac and cheese? No. You couldn't see it. I have dino nuggies, a bunch of pepper, ketchup, and then I have sweet potato nuggies that I'm trying. They're okay. I think the broccoli ones are better. I don't know. Something about potato and broccoli goes together better than like sweet potato and potato. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just kind of sweet for me. I also had it growing up and then I grew up. Never grow up. You have to never grow up. You have to enjoy some whimsy in your life. I prefer a Coke float or citrus type float. I've never had a citrus float. You know what? I have had a yuzu soda float, actually. That was really tasty too. My rice cooker came with a cake recipe, so you can make it in it, and I've always meant to make it. Seems so funny. I've seen like a bunch, you can make a bunch of stuff in a rice cooker. Cake. I've seen people make like pudding. I don't really know how that would work. I feel like the texture would be all wrong, but you know what? What do I know? If you try it, get back to me on that. Fernando, Konhappy, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. Konhappy, hope I'm not late. I mean, I'm still eating. Knowing me, when I eat on stream and I talk, I take forever. This happens all the time when I'm, This happens all the time when I'm like out with friends too, when we go out for dinner. We end up talking so much that our food gets cold. Maybe if I was the chef, I'd be kind of mad, honestly. Because, you know, like, I feel like people are there to enjoy your food, no? But I guess part of the main reason why people go out to eat is to enjoy other people's company, right? So, with that, I'll say thank you very much for gracing me with your... I don't know why I'm so sniffly still. must have like post-nasal drip or something. Especially, I had just taken a nap and then I woke up and then... Anyways, I wanted to say thank you very much for joining me for a meal this evening. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that we get to sit here and chat. Did a cream sauce with some mushroom broth I found, plus garlic and onion. I've never tried mushroom broth. That sounds interesting. That seems like a good, like, chicken or beef broth. I guess it's kind of like a deeper flavor, so probably like a beef broth kind of alternative. I want to try it. Hey, Mommy, I messed up brains fight. Can that beat? Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. The breakfast was Canadian bacon and rice. I just had Canadian bacon for the first time. I didn't realize it was like a completely separate thing. It's just like ham, isn't it? I'm Canadian, so like, I don't know. I don't think anyone just calls it bacon. I think it's just ham, man. I think you guys are tripping. After Jim is going home and eating any leftovers. Also, Ducky, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. I'm the fridge cleaner in my family. I'm lucky that my dad is usually the fridge cleaner. Although I just try not to cook too much, or I try to eat it all the same night. Like if I want to have a snack or something, I'll try to eat it all on the same night. I really don't eat breakfast. I skip straight to lunch. A whole pizza. A whole pizza for lunch. I think I can have like 3 slices when I'm really hungry. 3 hours of eating? Let's go. 3 hours of eating and yap. You know what? Honey barbecue sauce with chicken nuggets and mac and cheese sounds crazy, Delroy. Maybe I have to get some. I don't want to store too many condiments in my fridge though, but that does sound really good. Maybe I could stop by like a fried chicken place and see if I can buy some sauces. Like just the small containers to try. Back bacon is alright, but no one here considers it bacon. Is that what it's called? Back bacon? I guess it's kind of fattier than a regular ham, huh? Nobody in Canada calls it Canadian bacon? Yeah, I've never seen it before in my life. My mother's still concerned that I can eat a whole pizza, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying my pizza. Don't let anyone stop you from enjoying your pizza, except maybe take care of your heart. Also, Jeff, be welcome. And Aegis, I don't think I said hello, so welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's nice to see you. 7-Eleven sometimes has those little disposable trays of sauce. I think I've been in an American 7-Eleven like twice in my life. And once I got a hot dog and it was fine. They only had ketchup though. They didn't have any other condiments. I was really disappointed. But anyways, I was gonna talk about what I've been up to. Sorry to interrupt. But what have I been up to lately? I started school. School's been good. This semester's been busy because I'm about to graduate from my associates and then I'll go into my bachelor's next year, which is exciting. And my parents are going to be coming in to watch me graduate, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's just like 2 years, you know? So I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal, but I appreciate them saying that they'll come and support me. But that means obviously like I stepped into this class and I thought it was just gonna be like a normal discussion class. And I want to just let you know, like the feeling of stepping into this class was literally like, you know, in Dark Souls, you see like the yellow door. It was literally like I accidentally walked through the yellow door and then I hear like boss music playing because as soon as I walked in, I opened up my computer and I checked the syllabus. And it was like, this is your final course, blah, blah, blah. A culmination of everything that you've learned. And I was like, oh, it's 9 a.m., fuck. My eyes just like... I was like, I had not eaten breakfast and I just sat down and I just felt like my soul exit my body. Oh, cried, really? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Maybe mic proximity. I'm sorry. I'll try to stay a little closer. But yeah, no, it was bad. Sorry to break immersion. What's your major? I'm in fashion industry. So nothing. I don't know. I don't think it's all that interesting. But I am taking some electives that I think maybe I'll make streams about later if I find the classes to be cool. A bowl of booty flakes. Thank you very much for 22 months a member. Thank you very much for your support. I love watching your streams. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you could join us. I'm Canadian and I've never heard of Canadian bacon. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Happy. It's really an accomplishment to be proud of. Thank you. Although, I don't know. I'm just kind of cruising, you know? At my own pace. It took me longer to graduate than I was hoping, but, well, I get to take some extra classes and stuff, so I'm not really complaining. If anything, I feel like I'll miss taking classes. There's so many other things I want to take classes in. I want to do like 3D modeling, or like the school does like a couple of like metalworking programs and stuff like that. That seems really cool too. Can you indulge with dino nuggies? I'm trying. AMTA, thank you so much for 1 year of membership. Thank you so much for your support. I'm a bit of a pro when it comes to eating. The authority on the matter is here today. I hope you can join us for a quick bite, whether that's like a snack or maybe you're having dinner or something. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're doing well. That's why I like Friday, the day of the week. Oh, for a week, since I get to go out for dinner with me and my brother. That's nice. I think it's nice to have like a ritual like that. You know? A ritual where like every week you kind of go do something social with someone. I'm trying to do stuff like that. I was cooking for my friend last semester once a week. That was fun, although I did have to buy a lot more ingredients because she eats a lot. Obvious Smith multi-class? I don't know, I'm the kind of person that's like, I get bored easily, so I want to take lots of different kinds of classes. I'm doing like introduction to like gemstones and metalwork this semester. Not metalwork, but like introduction to like learning about the jewelry industry, which has been kind of interesting because I know nothing. Oh my god, you put sterling silver and pewter in front of me, I'm like, gray. I'm like gray. I just realized this is the Pokemon Gen 3 surfing theme. Yeah, it's just like a jazz playlist that I found. Very comfy. I'd like to learn about the different gem cuts and shapes. Haven't gotten there yet. Probably next week. I think it's on the syllabus for next week, so I'll get back to you on that one, yeah? Maybe I'll turn this up a little bit. Alright. Okay, that should be better. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard for me to like talk into the mic like close enough and eat, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna eat for a moment. Welding or glass making? Those sound cool. I don't think they're offered, unfortunately. You ever just shove a bunch of food in your mouth and you realize how hungry you actually were? I'm sorry, it's kind of just hitting me now. I usually take notes on Google Docs and I keep notes of them as well on Google Docs. That's fun. You should do that. That's really cool. Like having a diary or like a log of that kind of stuff, I think is really awesome. I've been trying to keep like, I don't know, better logs and stuff I do on my blog. So I just did I did a post on the Trader Joe's Sablefish, which was surprisingly good, actually. The second time I made it, it wasn't as sweet because I think I like I let it broil for a little longer, so it was more savory for whatever reason. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction happens. Thank you, Snake Blade. It when you say that, it reminds me of you know, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There's like the animation where like all the Pokemon are eating at once, and they're like ang, 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 ang. Based off that expression, that mac and cheese must be bussin'. It's pretty good. I don't know, it's just nostalgic. I haven't had it in a long time, you know? Smoked sablefish is incredible. Definitely worth picking up if you see it for sale somewhere. I've never had it smoked, but having it like broiled was really nice. I really, really liked that. Wanted to be a truck driver, but I failed. I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. Maybe an electrician or welder? I mean, like, it's hard for me to say, right? Because I feel like I'm lucky that I'm in a position that, like, no matter how long it takes me to finish school, it kind of doesn't really matter. But, I mean, if you have an inclination towards doing something that you're interested in, then I would say, like, you could still follow that and see where it takes you, even though it won't necessarily take you to the exact place you want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it might not take you, like, if I wanted to be a fashion designer. And then I was like, later on, I was like, I don't know if I want to be a fashion designer, but I still want to work in the industry, you know? So I pivoted a little bit, but it was nice to, like, have a direction and, like, go and then kind of figure it out as I went, you know? I feel like just don't put too much pressure on yourself to figure out exactly what you want to do. And never say that you failed anything. Maybe you didn't become a truck driver, but, like, that's okay. You have lots of time to do other stuff. And even if you're like, I am old, there's always someone older than you starting something new, and isn't that wonderful? Here, model eating animation, it really is. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for 41 months of member. If you're Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be? Probably like, I always say that I would be like a Mawile, just because I think it's cute and it's kind of a brat. As soon as I heard you say craft dinner, a new Canadian confirmed. Wait, what do they call it? Something different in the US? Want to learn game development? I mean, even if you don't like major in it, you can still like watch videos on YouTube and like take notes and stuff. Honestly, like Khan Academy is really good for that kind of stuff. One of my professors just used that for the entire semester for statistics. It was very, very good, very informative, and I feel like it walked me through it at like a pretty good pace as someone who's not like super good at math, you know? It's just mac and cheese in the US. Canadians say craft dinner. Really? I had no idea. Wait, that's so cool. I outed myself though. Xpoga, thank you so much for joining member. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. And welcome. I don't think I said hello to you earlier, so welcome. Thanks for joining us. Makes sense. I took the major mechanical engineering in hopes of working with machines to learn DIY to repair my home appliances. Then I realized I disliked the smell of gasoline and parts are expensive. That's the thing. I feel like you always hit like a roadblock and it sucks, you know? But like, what can you do? You just adapt and you pivot. Why can't I hear the music? Oh, here. Let me fix it. Oh, it's fixed. I have to have music playing in the background, otherwise... I mean, I don't have to, but it's really nice. You know, like when you're at a restaurant or something? Sometimes when I'm just eating, or like with friends, even if there's silence, like I'm comfortable with being silent around people, you know? But like, there's something nice about like stopping, and then you're kind of like, ooh, the music sounds so nice. Gasoline has one of those smells where it smells nice, but I think it shouldn't smell nice. No, I get it. I love the smell of gasoline, and I like the smell of paint thinner. There were some students spraying some kind of like finishing on like a painting outside of the school, and I like inhaled a bunch of the fumes, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how good this smells. Speaking of pivot, I know my parents wanted me to be a painter, but I'm really bad at painting, and I would get frustrated really easily, so that's not for me. But hey, I found something else. Really matter, right? But Versacom, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. And Sharpie's good too. I like Sharpie a lot. I like those like markers that you smell, like the scented ones. I like the black one that smells like marshmallow. That was always my favorite. Bobby, I don't think you should huff that. I mean, I don't know, it like clung to me, you know? I don't know how it did that, but like after I was gone, I had walked like 10 or 15 meters away and I could still like smell it on me. I think they might have sprayed some on me by accident. I was really happy. I was like, wow, what a great way to start a day. So for some reason, especially E85 fuel or high octane race gas smells crazy. You mean like in a good way? Like you like it? Oh, okay, wait, no, you said you don't like the other ones though. Wanted to be a pilot, but now I teach in elementary, middle, and soon high school. Wow. Wait, oh my god, education real? Education's real? Educators are real? That's awesome. I feel like being a teacher is I would consider it a pretty selfless job. I have a friend that's training to become a teacher right now, and he always tells me like, I was so frustrated today with like my students, blah, 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 and he's not even getting paid because it's like an internship. And I was like, I don't know how you do it, but you know, the fact that you put yourself out there to do that, that's pretty cool. And first to come, welcome the member. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. The pink and yellow markers were the lightest, the gateways. The purple and black markers were the hardcore stuff. Stop. We're gonna get smited by YouTube. Feel bad for teachers nowadays having to deal with grown-up iPad kids. I noticed that in my classes too, but I think at the end of the day, it's like, you know how people look back on like high school or elementary school or something and they're like, oh, really, those were the days. I feel like if you're always looking back at things and you're thinking like, oh, those were the days and like the times are gone, like that's not really a great way of approaching learning, right? You can still learn when you're out in the workforce, or you can still learn, you know. I just try to enjoy things as they come. I think that's the best way to go about it. But yeah, I don't have the patience either. Oh my god, I would like, in one of my classes, my history class, my professor doesn't even let us use laptops. I got an accommodation for it because I don't have the brain cells to like listen to her talk and take notes at the same time. But you know what? Free, like, I'll take it. All the tests are open book, so I'm gonna have insane notes and it's gonna be great. I go to a lot of racing events. That's a good way to like participate in a passion, even though like maybe you don't want to work in the industry. That's fun. What else has happened to me this week? Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, near where I got sprayed with fumes. I was running late for my history course. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, oh, you know, it'd suck if anything made me even later. And then immediately, one of my, this professor, she must have been like 70 or something. She slipped and fell like on her face. And I heard like a crack. And I was like, I'm not going to class today. And I stayed with her for a while. I think she broke her nose. I sent her an email follow-up after, but I don't think I've heard back from her yet. I don't know. It's never a dull day, you know? But I mean, it kind of made me realize I really should learn first aid, huh? I had to wait for someone to come and help her. I went and got help, but I didn't really know how to do anything. Seems like a really useful skill. Oh, you know, I was just talking to my friend that I visited the other day, and we were saying that I really think cooking should be a skill they teach you at school. Like, not just cooking classes, but like, I feel like in the cooking classes that I went to, and my school was like, it had a lot of resources, okay? Even then, we weren't really taught how to like, you know, chop vegetables, handle a knife safely, like use the oven or something. Like, I feel like that's important. I guess you could argue maybe that's like a parent job, like the parent should teach the kid how to cook, but like, I don't think it's such a bad thing to learn it at school either. Cooking is fun too when you know how to play around with a recipe. Exactly, but like, it's really daunting if like you don't do it much. And then, like, for example, like, oh my gosh, I can't dice onions to save my life. I tried that technique, you know, where like you rotate it, you cut like a little bit off so it's flat, and then you make little incisions kind of close to the top, and then you like chop it, so you're kind of chopping little like pixels of onions from the other side after you rotate it. I don't know, I still find it kind of difficult. I'm not great at it, but I think my knife skills need some work. I was thinking about taking some cooking classes this semester, but it's like a 6-week intensive and it happens to run during one of my classes, so I can't go. But next semester for sure, I really want to go. That must have hurt. I know. I felt so bad for her. I guess it counts as a workplace injury though, so maybe she gets time off. Off topic, what are the stats in the corner for? Me and my stats. And because I have a almost full belly, my stats are full. It restored my health. As you see, my mac and cheese is a special magical item. You can increase your maximum stat, like hit points and magic points, if you eat it. So, by all means, you can take a bite if you'd like. Open book? That's so easy. Well, you say that, but she talks so fast. Actually, it was weird because like I'd sworn I had seen her before somewhere. It turns out she does like YouTube videos and stuff. Like, not like she's not a YouTuber, but she does videos and stuff for like museums. Because I was like, she looks really familiar, and it turns out I'd seen her, but I don't want to tell her that because maybe it's weird. Not full-time, just specialized classes for robotics and Arduino. That's like programming, right? That's really cool. I can't program to save my life. That's one of the things I'll never be good with, I think, technology. Although I did mod a game for the first time in my life, and that was super empowering. I was like, me? I couldn't mod a game. And then I actually tried it, and I was like, I did it! And that was cool. I wanted to share that with you. I don't know, it was fun. And I hope I'll get to show you what I was working on in the future, because it was cool. MP stands for mac and cheese power. That's true. I have a mac and cheese bar, although it's purple. What'd you mod? Secret. You have to find out later, won't you? It's something for stream, so you'll see, you'll see. Silas, thank you very much for 4 months a member doing my 10-week elect training. Work is more fun. Good luck. I'm sorry. I heard like once you hit the workplace, my mom always complains about doing her what is it called? There's like a name for it. It's like she has to take some kind of online class every year and like get credits. And what she does is she sets up her iPad next to my computer, and then she uses my computer and watches like Chinese dramas. And then I'll just, I don't know, I'll just go on my phone or something. And she takes my computer for a while. Really? I tried modding Skyrim long ago. As far as I got was adding 2 custom NPCs and a custom follower. That's fun though. Like, I don't think you have to do a lot for it to be fun, you know? They don't teach you well when they try. Yeah, no, people don't, I don't think most school programs are very good at teaching you how to cook. I mean, that's how we ended up here, right? With my Dino Nuggy mac and cheese. Let me have another Dino Nuggy. Wait, I got the T-Rex. I have to bite its head off now. What else has been happening? A little bit of cooking. Not a lot of cleaning. The place is a mess. Don't look. Oh my god, it's Matara's birthday today. It's my Kamiyoshi's birthday today. And I posted a picture of the Ida bag I made at Offkai. I wanted to post it sooner, but then I was like, I don't really know if there's a good time to post it. And then I totally forgot today was her birthday, so that was cool. I gotta post that. If you want to take a look at it, I put it on Twitter. I went crazy at Offkai and just bought like a whole bunch of merch and put it in there. And sometimes I bring it out when I'm like dressed in pink or something because I think it's cute. Sorry I'm late. Never apologize. Never apologize to anyone for anything, literally ever. You're going on the list. Blaze, Happy, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I want to get RPG Maker because I had this idea for a fun RPG Maker game. I heard like it's kind of buggy. It seems difficult to get like a handle on, but it seems really cool. I guess if you're not making your own assets, it's probably okay. I feel like I'm not good enough at like world building and stuff to do something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think I commend you if you're able to do it. You need a lot of creativity to do something like that. Like, have your own world and, you know, even like choosing the assets or choosing the music and then figuring out exactly how you want your maps to look and how you want your dialogue to be. I think it takes like a lot of different types of creativity that I don't necessarily have all of, you know? Oh no, the list. No, it's okay. I appreciate it. I mean, it would be cool if she looked at it, but she doesn't have to. I got to show her at Offkai. She was in the robot, and she walked around, and I got to say hi to her and Zentreya and Amelie, and that was really cool. I don't know if anyone was watching Amelie, Zentreya, or Matara's like stream. I think it was Saturday of Offkai. It was Friday or Saturday of Offkai when they were walking around in the robot. That's me! There was a girl in like a mask, and I didn't introduce myself. Wave, and I was like, that's me. Making a likable character sounds hard enough. I feel like it's so easy to kind of project yourself onto a character that you make. Does that make sense? Project the things that you hate or your own insecurities and stuff, and like that's not a bad thing. I just think if you really want to flesh out a world, you probably have to be able to grow, like kind of outgrow that as a creative, which I don't think I've been able to do. I don't have much creativity either, but I'm trying to make my own games anyways. That's not a problem. I don't think that's like an issue. I think if you consider yourself like a really creative person, you will just set the bar a lot higher for yourself. You know what I mean? I know, Nuggy. How? Nom 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 nom. It's really simple if you're doing the default stuff or using pre-made scripts. I didn't even know they had pre-made scripts. So that goes to show how much knowledge I have on the matter, but that's nice that like there's a good way to get into it easily. When you get to making your own mechanics via scripts, it can get complex. Sounds like a lot of coding that my brain can't wrap its head around. Did you get any nice crispy ones? I know, Nuggies. I stuck them in the air fryer, so they're not that crispy. Unfortunately. Maybe I should put them in for longer. I feel like I ran out of time because I was already running late and I felt really bad. So I didn't want to make you guys wait. So they're not like super crunchy, but they're crunchy enough. I usually only put them in for like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I think I'm not gonna say it. 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 But it was good enough. That's usually how long I put it in for. I always end up standing by the air fryer just waiting for them to come out, and I can never wait for the ding of the air fryer. I was too lazy to build games, so I settled for DMing constantly. I feel like DMing is cool. I don't have that kind of creativity, you know? Like, describe things to people. I can talk about my own experiences, but if we're talking like, oh, there's like a dungeon that I've never been in, and it's like, you come across this massive door, and it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain stuff like that. But I think D&D is a really cool way to be creative. Even though I don't play, I've been meaning to get my hands on one of those like monster manual books, just because it seems like a really cool read. Although, from what I heard, I think you can just read all of it online, can't you? Pavlov air fryer. Whenever I hear like the ticking noise, like there's something inside me that gets really riled up. It's like, is it done yet? 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 Monster manual? I don't know what it's called. It's like some kind of like compendium of all the different like magical creatures that they have in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and it seems really cool. It's long. I feel like it'd be something I'd like to just like sit down and read. Although it's pretty expensive. It was like $65, maybe even more expensive. It was expensive, but there's a lot of really great art in there. You know what it reminds me of is you know the Spiderwick Chronicles? That art book, I really like that. I wonder if it's still in print, because I have a copy and it's in my room, but I didn't take it with me, obviously. But that was like my favorite book growing up. That, and I read a lot of Geronimo Stilton. I haven't really checked in with Geronimo Stilton. I wonder if he's still doing Geronimo Stilton-y things. I didn't know that the originals were in Italian. That's fun. Maybe if I ever want to learn Italian, I should pick up the Italian versions of Geronimo Stilton. Monster Girl Encyclopedia, that's different. I have read most of it. I have both volumes. I have a second volume of, well, I have a second copy of volume 2 that I got as a gift because people kept giving it to me. But no, I mean, about the talking that much and keeping it interesting, I don't consider myself a very good conversationalist either. I think that's why I get a little self-conscious about streaming, is because I don't think I feel like sometimes I take some breaks and it's not when I say breaks, I mean breaks in my speech, or like sometimes I'm not exactly 100% sure what to talk about. I try to come with a few topics that I want to talk about, but today I kind of took a nap before the stream, so I didn't get a chance to make a list. Hi Hojo, thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for joining us today. Reno Stone is still a childhood classic. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's good that I've been wanting to read lately. I haven't been reading at all other than for class. I mean, I get like 100 pages of reading a week, which is pretty miserable. But I thought I bought a book recently. I know I got The Miner. It's a Japanese novel, but I haven't really gotten a chance to read too much of that. I have No Longer Human, but I haven't really made much headway on that either. Did I buy a book recently? I feel like I wanted to. There was this book that I saw at the local bookstore, and it had to do with like different monsters and how like in their creation myths and stuff, and I thought that was cool, but I didn't end up going back for it. I kind of wish I did. Actually, I probably wouldn't have gotten a lot of time to read it because I've been so busy. Hi Chef-mavia, hello. Cook Dank, thank you for coming to the stream. Get to the salad station right now and prepare a salad. I actually didn't prepare any vegetables for myself. I totally forgot that I was going to mix some, like, you know, the pea, carrot, corn mix? I was gonna mix them with my mac and cheese, but then when I was making it, I thought it would ruin the texture, so I was like, maybe not, you know? Vegetables overrated? I'm trying to eat more vegetables. Because although I have these sweet potato nuggies, I feel like they're not like a potato. I don't know if I really can. It's more like a starch than it is a vegetable, you know? Gotta look up the Tuya Invisible Stalker artwork from AD&D. Best artwork they've ever done. Wait, can you send it to me in the Discord? I'm so curious. Get a Warhammer 40k novel. There's so much lore. I have a friend that's been trying to get me into like the Arknights lore, like Enfield lore, Warhammer lore, World of Warcraft lore, and like I'll sit for a while and I'll watch like three cinematics and like do a bit of reading. It's too much for me. Oh, you might have seen on Twitter, I've been playing Reciteer again lately. I finally cleared the main story, and then I'm just kind of on endless mode trying to do all the dungeons right now. I was supposed to stream on Monday because I was gonna do a gorilla, and then I ended up clearing 80 floors of Reciteer dungeons instead, and I looked up and I was like, wow, it's dark outside, isn't it? I can teach you the proper faction to support in 40k. You say that like there's a proper faction, but I feel like there's fans of all factions, no? Okay, I want more mac and cheese, one sec. I love it when I love having so much pepper in it. It's so tasty. Oh. You're playing WoW right now? I was gonna start playing WoW Classic on stream, but then I realized, like, it seems really long, man. I don't have that kind of... I don't have that kind of, like, patience. That's also why I haven't ended up playing Final Fantasy XIV, even though tons of people have been trying to convince me to play. It's like, it's too long. I think I'm getting enough from Trails. I just finished the second Cold Steel game, and that was... I heard it's only downhill from here. Which is not promising. Extra chapter was... There's like a character that comes back from a previous game that fights the main character from like Cold Steel 2. And that was... If you don't want to support Reen Schwarzer, man. Gotta play RuneScape instead. I really like RuneScape's 3D models, like the low poly. I think it's so cute. They call it OSRS, right? Old school RuneScape. If you like the picture of Dorian Gray, I recommend Fulgrim as a 40k novel. It's very Dorian Gray coded. Alright, wait. That sounds like something I would read, actually, although I might have to do it on my break. I might have to just put it down. Like, put the name down and then... Could you send it to me in the Discord, please? I'm sorry. Could someone send it to me? I know I'm gonna forget. Would you choose Elisa, Laura, Fee? It's Laura. You can choose like a love interest in the game, and there's like a bunch, but my favorite one is like the sword girl, who's like really awkward and can't cook. But man, can she handle a sword. She has this like massive great sword. My Laura with Waterfall, my beloved. There's like a gem. So it's like the gems, they're called quartz. They give you like abilities. And I gave her a gem that makes her hit for double at the start like of every battle. So like her first ability will hit for double. Oh my god. One bang Laura. Oh, it would have been an honorary pick. Can you even romance her in Cold Steel 2? I didn't even think you could. So always wondering, pepper as a spice or spicy? I'm Mexican but can't stand most spicy foods. I really like spice. My tolerance isn't great though. I got into tahini recently. So I unfortunately took my bottle of tahini back with me back home for my parents to try too, but I don't think they've used much. And then I brought a bottle for my friend too, and I'd like to put it on more stuff. I know people put it on fruit, but like, I wonder what savory stuff I should put it on. I was thinking I could put it on like dino nuggies or something, but is that like sacrilegious? The blue-haired girl, yeah, she's so cool. Gotta play RuneScape instead though. Let me think about it. Let me finish my League Battle Pass for this season, and then we can talk about me getting into something else. What else have I been playing recently? I feel like I haven't been playing that much. I've been meaning to start playing some like Pokemon, like some more Pokemon fan games, but haven't really gotten around to doing that either. Maybe it's like the working adult life. Not that I'm a working adult, but sometimes I just get home and I just want to lay in bed, you know, or take a long bath. I try not to doom scroll anymore, you know, but occasionally I'll give myself like 5 minutes to scroll. And then I kind of collect a bunch of stuff in my watch later, and then I'll, I don't know, watch like a video essay on something. We should play Moemon. I think Moemon would be fun. They have new ones, right? They have Black 2, White 2. I'm following them on Twitter. They have Black 2, White 2, Gold, Silver, and like they had something else. I don't think it was Emerald. I know they had something. I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the Gold Star challenge for Emerald. It was pretty, I spent a long time playing that game. I have to figure out like a strategy on how to do it. I haven't really been feeling like playing Pokemon recently. I don't know why. You know what, I'll just spoil it. The thing I was modding is I was modding Etrian Odyssey 3. I think I said it last time though, so maybe it's not much of a spoiler. But that's something I want to play on stream with everyone, because I have a special way that I'd like to try and do that. So after we're done Sorcery, we're gonna do Etrian, and then after that, I think I want to play Dragon Quest 3, because it's been sitting in my library forever, and I feel like streaming is a good way of getting these games out of my backlog, you know? That's a game that plays like Persona 1, yeah? I've never played Persona 1, but I think so. It plays like... I remember someone said there's like an SMT spin-off that it plays similarly to. Well, I mean, it's the same company. It's also Atlas. Modded EO is cool. Yeah, it's, well, EO 3, because I thought the idea of subclassing was pretty interesting for what I want to do. Playing Moemon Emerald right now, it's great. Did they add anything, or is it just the sprites that change? League has a battle pass? Yeah, so the way that it works right now is at the end of the battle pass, I got like a hiccup and I swallowed it. There's like a prestige skin, like a special skin at the end of the pass. And then there's a bunch of rewards that you can earn on like kind of along the way. It's like what? Like a 4-month long, or like what, 3 or 4 month long pass? So I've just been slacking. There's only like 25 days left on the pass, so I actually have to play. I'm only like halfway through it. I was playing League earlier too. It's fun. It's fun to like just chat with friends about like, oh, how have you been doing? Like, how's school and stuff? And then we're just kind of like tapping away and not doing much. Tahini jerky, so it's not inconceivable. That might be interesting. Like mixing different levels of spices for a surprise. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like a pepper person. I think my mom is also a pepper person too. She really likes kanji, so she'll just pour like, I don't know, it'll be like 10 or 15 shakes of pepper. It'll be like a black lump in the middle of her kanji and she'll mix it, you know? But I haven't played WoW. I tried a little bit. I played with some friends for like a couple hours and I didn't get super into it. Again, it's like a time investment thing, especially if you have to pay for like a pass and stuff, you know? Oh, it's like Persona Q. Yeah, I think. The region is remade. It's still Hoenn, but there's lots of stuff and quality of life enhancements. That's really nice. Okay, maybe I'll have to give it a look then. I didn't really take that close of a look. I did see that there was the new Arceus game. It's like a fan game. It's not that long. It has like roguelike elements and it's like Arceus, but like Arceus is like a person. And it's like 6 hours or something. I kind of wanted to try that. That seems interesting. What did I install? Oh, I installed one of the... I think I got Etrian 4 on my laptop. So I wanted to try playing that in my free time. I think after I'm done with Reciteer. And maybe after I'm done playing Etrian with you guys. How do I put it? So I think when I'm gonna stream a game, and I'm sure it's like similar for other streamers too. Like, I don't really want to be playing it in my free time, you know what I mean? Because then it's too much. As in, like, I wouldn't play Etrian 3 on stream and then play Etrian 4 like in my free time. I feel like it's nice to have a bit of a separation or like, you know, kind of change it up a little bit. I guess some people really like Pokemon or like if it's their main content like card games or something, they could play it forever. I feel like I'm I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not that kind of person. Get trained into a Yajinka game. True. Hey, Mavia, what's croaking Crookie Gamer? Come happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, good looking mac and cheese. Thank you. It's pepper, ketchup, dino nuggies, and then, well, dino chicken nuggies, and then dino yam nuggies. I envy that kind of passion. Yeah, I do too. But maybe it's also the same kind of passion that made me play 80 levels of Reciteer in one day. Also, thank you very much for joining me a little earlier today because basically, have a morning class, so I didn't want to sleep way too late. So that's why I had to move the stream time up a little bit today. So thank you. Oh, you have a question. Do you prefer homemade or boxed mac and cheese? What do you guys prefer? I think it depends. I think there's like, it's like a different mood, you know? I think boxed, especially like craft boxed, it's not so heavy. If you want like a good mac and cheese, I feel like a homemade one with like three or four cheeses and like breadcrumb top or, you know, mixed with other stuff. You need to be in like a really specific mood for that. I mean, mac and cheese used to be my favorite food. My goal was to try like a mac and cheese from like everywhere I traveled to. And I'm doing that with like raw meat now. like venison and like steak tartare and stuff like that nowadays. But I think it's like a very mood dependent food. I could eat boxed mac and cheese more often than I could eat regular mac and cheese, I think. The only heavy boxed pre-made one I think is the Velveeta shells and cheese. I've never actually had Velveeta, like the boxed macaroni and cheese. Is it any good? I had Annie's, like, you know, the one with the rabbit on it. That's the one that I had growing up. I haven't had it in a long time. I don't want to speak on whether it was good or not. It was good enough for it to be memorable, that like enough for me to remember it. But like, I don't know, I still default to craft. There's something nice about craft. It sounds so delicious. I'm drooling. I know, I love mac and cheese with ketchup. And today I added more pepper than usual, but I'm kind of into it. Don't tell Mamavia that I'm using her nice plate for this though. She'll get mad. My favorite food is my grandmother's handmade mac and cheese with ham on top. I feel like ham is good. Ham is good with this kind of thing, for sure. Or bacon bits. My mom really likes bacon bits on her mac and cheese. What did I used to put on? I've had like my favorite thing, and this used to be like when I was in high school, okay? My favorite thing was I would go to this restaurant and have lobster macaroni and cheese. So much that a few times I called in advance and I was like, hey, could you make me the lobster mac and cheese? I know it's off the menu now. I would do that for years until the restaurant closed down. That was really tasty. If you ever have the opportunity to try lobster mac and cheese, I think that's... Because, like, the lobster meat is, like... It's, like, soft and buttery, you know? I think... I don't want to say... Because if you have it with, like... I've had brisket or, like, pulled pork mac and cheese, and that's great, too. But it just becomes really, really heavy. I think there's something about the lobster. It's kind of, like... I don't want to say it's, like, fluffier. Does that make sense? It's really tasty. I like it. I like it with lobster, for sure. I go crabbing pretty often. Might have to give that a shot. I feel like crab mac and cheese would be really good too, Chaos Esper. Wait, get back to me on that one. I want to hear if it's good. I know I have to have mine from like a from like a can because I'm too busy. But I also don't eat a lot of shellfish because the time you need to like crack and prepare it, you know? My dad used to crack lobster or like crab claws for me, and he'd always leave some shell on there, and I would bite into it, and you just hear like, and that was terrible. I think there are a few things that are worse than biting into like eggshell or like shellfish shells, like or you know when you have like mussels or clams, and there's like a little bit of like sand in there, and then you bite down and you like feel the sand. I shouldn't be talking about this over a meal. My apologies. Biting your cheek is bad too. I agree. Let's see, can I fix myself? There we go. Be sure to post a pic of I making it. Yeah, please do. I feel like it'd be good, especially if you add a lot of butter. But then again, anything with a lot of butter tastes good, right? We can all agree on that. Do you craft dinner with a fork or spoon? I have a fork right now, just because it depends on what I'm gonna eat it with. If I'm not gonna eat it with anything else, I'd probably use a spoon. But because I have nuggies, I thought I may as well just take a fork out, so I only have one utensil. Less washing, you know? Steven, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Always try to leave clams in an aerated bucket overnight to get as much sand out as possible. You must live near the ocean then, huh? That's really nice. I wish I had access to like open water like that. We could have lots and lots of tasty stuff. There's a time of year where you can't do that, right? Red tide? What is red tide? You guys know? When I used to think red tide, because it has to do with algae or something, right? There's like some algae in the water and it's like poisonous. And then if you eat seafood, then it'll kill you or something, right? I don't know if it's that extreme, but... Steven Konafi, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Ocean or mountains? I'm a mountains person, but I do like the ocean too. I'm lucky that I'm from a town where you have both. You can visit the ocean and the mountains in the same day, which I think are nice. I think I like walking around the mountains, though. I think the mountains are a really great place to hike. I don't know. I want to get back into hiking. That's another thing. But I'm so prone to falling. And I guess when it's cold, no one really wants to be outside. But then when the weather changes and it's really nice, then everyone wants to be outside. And then it gets so busy. I think what's nice about being in nature is not seeing anyone. I always had this dream that I wanted to open a cafe, like, in the middle of the woods. You know? So there was this Eurocamp episode where there's this girl that runs like a cafe in the middle of the woods, and I think Rin stops by on her what is it called? Like a moped, and they eat like pizza. She has like wood-fired pizza. She has like a pizza oven in the woods, and I was like, wow, that sounds nice. You'd barely be able to see anyone. Like, I'd like to do that, but I think the Wi-Fi would be really bad. I know flagellates have a Comic-Con and they stink up the water. Oh, no. Don't be mean to them. Oh, I stumbled across a card shop today when I was shopping around. I feel like card shops have gotten kind of... Is gaudy the right word? Like... Everything was so expensive inside. Everything's like behind cabinets. like in glass. They have like only graded cards. They don't even have like a singles binder for you to look at. They sell them in like big chunks. They had like these big blocks of like singles, and you had to buy like 100 cards or something. I don't know. It seemed so... felt a little... I don't want to say corporate, because it was definitely run by like a few people, but I feel like the atmosphere of card shops has changed a lot, don't you think? Camp Cafe, I know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would want to run. Anti-grassroots. It was just like too fancy. Like some of the cards in there, they were trying to sell for like $700 or $800. And I was like, And then I wanted to buy like some, I was thinking, oh, they have booster packs. I'd really love to open some. It was like $50 for a 3-pack blister. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm not paying that. $50 to $55. And they weren't like old expansions either. They were like Team Up. Oh, not Team Up. What is it, Team Up? It's the newest one that has like the trainers in it. Journey Together? I don't remember. But something like that. It's like highway robbery. I mean, I think whenever people find an opportunity to make some money on something, you know, that's bound to happen, but it does suck. Opening up a cafe in the woods, so Torikisa. That's why Torikisa is like such a... It's such like a comfort manga for me. I find myself rereading it maybe like once a month or something. Like, that's my dream. I would love to live in the mountains and like have my own little cafe in a tree house. You know, like that sounds so sweet. That's crazy. Yours is more casual. Yeah, I don't know. Good night, Mom. You have a busy morning tomorrow. Thank you for the awesome stream. Let's happy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Dusty. Take care. Let's Beach in the fall, mountain in the spring, winter or summer is indoors. I think winter is okay to spend out, but I think I prefer to spend summer indoors. I know many people really like the sweltering heat, but you can only take so many layers off, you know? You can bundle yourself up like a Matryoshka doll and you can still enjoy the winter weather, you know? Good evening, it's wonderful to see you streaming at your own pace, of course. Thank you so much, Immortal. Welcome, Kanapi, and it's great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. I've heard of red algae. Oh, it's okay, so it's a toxic algae bloom. We don't get that specific type where I'm at, but we do get shellfish closures sometimes. Closures like you're not allowed to fish them up, or... Gotta go to bed. Thanks for the stream. Let's a happy gingerbread man. Take care. Let's I wish I could find any Pokemon tins, at least in any retail store. Alternate, Kanapi. Well, wait, did I say hi earlier? I forgot. Sorry. I don't think I've seen any myself. I've been meaning to rip White Flare because there's a Swadloon card in that one. But I literally have not been able to find any like big packs of it for like a reasonable price, which sucks. Let's happy. Take care. Have a good night. Not exactly in the mountains, but not in the middle of my city. I'm trying to run something similar to a cafe. If I can do it, you can too, Burb. I feel like anything in culinary is very busy, you know? Dealing with suppliers, making the food, serving people, hiring the right staff, choosing the right location. Seems really difficult. I think that's really cool that you're doing that. Good luck. I only go for trainer full arts these days. I like some of the illustration rares, but like I don't think there are any that I'm like, oh, I have to have it. Like some of them are really pretty. Like I think there was like a full art Reshiram that I thought was really pretty. I think En's Reshiram. That was really nice. But then I was like, I don't need to have it. I have a couple of older nice cards. Like I kind of don't want to get them graded. You know? I think Tag looks really nice in terms of like how they package up the cards in like clear slabs. I think that's really nice. I think Tag's cool. Although, I don't know, I feel like it's so expensive depending on what card you want to get in. Like send in to get graded, it's very expensive. It's surprising. I thought it would be like, I don't know, $5-10 a card or something. Like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Hi, Kanapi Violet, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? Thanks, Bobby. I think it gets busier as you get more clients. At first, it could feel kind of slow. I heard when you work in the food industry,
you can't expect to turn a profit for at least like what, 6 months to a year or something, which is kind of scary. You don't really know if you're doing well or not. But I guess if the word spreads via like word of mouth, then you're probably doing something right? What's your favorite gen? Like Pokemon gen? I'm a Gen 4 girly. Still awake? How about you? It's very late for you, isn't it? But good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm doing well. You can see my beautiful creation beneath me. I'm kind of picking at it. I'm kind of full. I think it's because when I got home from class today, I didn't have breakfast. And then I got home, and then I made a really big grilled cheese sandwich with like 1 centimeter or like 1.5 centimeters of cheese. And then I immediately went to take a nap, and then I woke up for stream. That's a lot of pepper, is it? It was really tasty though. I did cough once. Not having breakfast sounds like a bummer. Not a good way to start the day for sure. You guys have a favorite breakfast food? How about this? Realistic breakfast. Because I personally love an Eggs Benedict, but like, no, I don't have time for that. What do I like in the morning? Honestly, like a hot sandwich. I've been meaning to get like one of those. Have you seen those hot sandwich presses that they have? Like the anime or like Sanrio or like Snoopy or like Studio Ghibli ones? I want one of those. I think there was a Kiki's delivery service one from a while ago that I thought about getting, and I know there was like a Snoopy one that I thought was kind of nice, but I never ended up getting it. I feel like I used to have a toasty. That's what they call them. That's what they call them in the UK. Toasty. It's like just like a hot, like kind of like a panini. I had like a toasty grill, little panini grill. Oh my god, that thing and we were basically attached to the hip. That was like every meal. I would put like vegetables in there too, so I would have like vegetable paninis. And nowadays I don't even eat enough carbs, so I'm trying to introduce more carbs to my diet. Wait, oh, exciting. Maybe old person thing to get excited about. You know, I didn't know Costco had croissant bread. It's quite good. I think it's a little sweet, so I try to only have it with like sweet stuff. Does that make sense? Like I wouldn't use it for a panini, but it's really not bad. You can just, it's thin enough that you can just throw it in the toaster, and then I have raspberry jam at home, and then I'll just spread a little bit of jam, or like, I don't even, you can add some butter. Butter's okay too, but I think jam's really good with it. I love the croissants in the big plastic box. I feel like that's like a that's something everyone loves, you know, like a guilty pleasure. There we go. That's like a guilty pleasure of like everyone, or the Costco croissants. Those are really good. Can't believe you just went boomer with us. I'm gonna go boomer on you again. I bought roasted vegetables, like a medley from Costco, but the bag was punctured. Unfortunately, the location I went to was really far, so I don't think I'm gonna get a refund or anything. But I only found out when it melted in my backpack, and all the vegetable juice came out, and I was dripping vegetable juice. Entering a Costco is like being hit by a shrink ray, because dang, the size is overwhelming. I know, you know, usually when I've been at school for the past couple of years, I actually haven't hit a Costco in the States at all. Really, it is so much food. I got some, what is it, like, I don't know if it's considered minced, but like, I guess like minced. I got like the minced Wagyu, like meat, because I thought initially I was gonna get like, I don't know, chicken thigh or something, but I feel like at least with minced meat. Also, Wagyu, exciting. Although I think the American stuff tastes quite different from like the A5, like fancy Japanese stuff, but it's still very good. I just threw like 3 packs of that in the freezer. My freezer's just not that big. That's the problem, right? I couldn't buy that much stuff because I think unless you have a household of like 3 or 4 people, it's so hard to go through all that food, you know? Costco food court is always over flooding here. I mean, because it's so good, right? I wish I got the Costco sausages, but I recently bought a bunch of like the Filipino, like red 40. Like, what is it called? Is it called longanisa? Like those hot dogs? As I passed, my friend took me to a Filipino grocery store, so I was like, this is fun. Like, I'll try a few items. What did I try? I got some like ube shortbread. What else did I get? Oh, I got this cheese. I don't remember what it's called, but it kind of tastes like laughing cow cheese. I've been using that for like paninis in the morning. Man, I love Costco. I get it. I feel like if I had more freezer room, I would be more inclined to buy all my stuff there, you know? I had to take the train, like fancier train. Not like fancier train, but like it took a little while to get out there, so I knew I'd have to carry it back with me in my backpack, so didn't end up buying way too much. I think you'd like something called tocino. It's savory seared meat. I had tocino flavored spam recently. That was okay. I think it was a little sweet. I don't know what it is. I've never really like, you know, like when you have musubi, usually they glaze it, right? With like a sweet sauce. I don't really like it. I just like plain spam. I'm really boring like that. That's most likely very technically Wagyu. I think it's like the species of cow, right, Ines? I'm pretty sure that determines whether it's Wagyu or not. I've always wanted to go to a Costco. The closest we got here is Sam's Club, similar vibe. I hear Sam's Club is good. I've never actually been to a Sam's Club because they don't exist where I'm from, but I'd like to try visiting one. Maybe I can ask my friend to take me, my friend's parents to take me. Oh, I wanted to take my friend to an IKEA because my close friend, he said he's never been. And I was like, dude, we need to go. That sounds crazy. I was in an IKEA too recently, and I actually really, I don't know if anyone else here likes the IKEA frozen food section. I really like their ranskaka. It's like the potato medallions. I think it has like leek, potato, and it's like in a cream sauce. Those are really good. You just pop those in the air fryer for like, what, 15 minutes-ish? 15 to 20 minutes? Oh my god, it's so good. I know I shouldn't be buying so much frozen stuff, but sometimes I get really lazy at night, you know? And I eat so much rice. I eat rice and bread and it's boring. And the dietitian that I've been seeing at school said I need to start eating potatoes, but I don't even know how to prepare potatoes in like a good way. I feel like that involves like oven work, right? And I guess I could make like a hash brown by like peeling and shredding my own potatoes, or like, do you grate potatoes for hash browns? Do you grate them? Longanisa mentioned. I like longanisa. I've tried the skinless variety, which is like, it was very sweet, which is not bad. It's a little too sweet for me. Usually I'll make like a longanisa fried rice at home, but then I tried to put longanisa, I tried to make like a longanisa fried rice omu rice, but it was too sweet because I put ketchup in it. But I think if it was just plain and I didn't like super heavily season anything, it would have been okay, you know? Bake them or boil them. Potato puree. Ooh. I've been thinking about getting a blender because I keep seeing these like shorts or like reels or whatever, and it says that you should blend, like you could roast a bunch of vegetables and then blend them into soup, and that's a great way of getting more fiber, you know? So I was thinking about doing that because I really like vegetable soup. Although I feel like I drink a lot more broth, you know? I think harpies like culturally more broth monsters. But I do want to try something like creamier. I think I would really enjoy like a roasted like tomato carrot kind of soup, you know? Bananas also have good fiber. I bought a few. But my problem with fruits is like sometimes I forget about them and I just leave them in my fridge, you know? Vegetable soup with a bit of pork mixed in. Ooh. You probably don't want to blend the pork too, right? Like you probably add that in after. Toaster oven? I feel like the air fryer is just like this generation's toaster oven, no? Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew. I think maybe mashing them, like boiling and then mashing them might be the play. You know what I do like is potato salad, but then that's so much like mayo and other stuff, right? I guess I don't have to add a bunch of other stuff. You know Grandma Harpy? What she used to make was like, she'd make like a shrimp potato salad. So like big prawns, chop them up. Some mayonnaise. She really liked Hellman's. I don't know, I'm not into it, but you know. And hard-boiled eggs, chop those up too. Put that in, like mix it all up. That was really good. I might try to remake some of Grandma Harpy's recipes. I still need to share that egg recipe with you guys. Maybe I'll do that. Next time I cook it, I'll do it. My problem is I lost my steamer basket that I usually put my bowl on top of, so I need to buy another one. I'm so scared of putting like a bare ceramic plate on like inside of like a pot. I'm sure it's fine, especially because it's so thick, right? Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I'm scared it's gonna explode or something. Does anyone know if it's okay or not? I'm pretty new to cooking, so I appreciate your input. Mac and cheese with dino nuggies, thank you! Sani noro... Oh. Sani noro... Sani noro chimaru. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Konapi! Yeah, this is what it's all about today. Well, I don't know if you guys do this with your food too, but like I have to slowly like ration out my food. For example, right now I only have 1 chicken nugget and I have 2 sweet potato nuggies and I have a whole bunch of mac and cheese, which means realistically I need to eat one of the sweet potato nuggies so I can kind of like go in order and then have a little bit of everything left over. My mom has that problem, you know? And now that you've met her, I am sure that you can imagine. My mom has that problem where she'll eat all of like her meat, or sometimes I'll make spam and stuff at home. Oh, Mama Harpy was with me for a while. She got me settled in for school, and then what did we do? We got Oh, I totally forgot. We got snowed in. So we went grocery shopping, and then I did a lot of cooking. So she got to eat a lot of my cooking, which was fun. But she has this problem that like I'll make her some rice, and then I'll make her a bunch of like toppings or like meat or whatever, and she'll eat all of her meat, and then she just has like plain white rice left, and she's like, "Can I have some of yours?" I hate that. I must depart. Otsu happy. Take care, Shoscan. Otsu. I always get scared of the temperature difference across the ceramics could cause cracks. Yeah, that's what I'm scared of too. I'm kind of more scared of it exploding because I've had last time I was in Japan, I stayed at an Airbnb, and I guess maybe that bowl hadn't been used in a long time, but it said it was like microwave safe. And I put it in the microwave, and I took it out, and the entire thing like fell apart. So I think maybe it was just really old. Maintaining the ratio of a meal. Yeah, the golden ratio of my meal. Usually it should be fine. Ceramic is very durable. Just make sure it's not cracked or anything. I think it should be okay. It's thick. It's probably like 1/4 of an inch thick. I use really thick bowls here. I just ate and now I'm hungry again. Optronics, this is literally why I can't watch like, you know when Campfire Cooking in Another World was still airing? I literally had to eat and watch at the same time, because otherwise if I watched it in bed after I ate, I'd get hungry again. It's such a problem. I can't watch any food content without feeling hungry. Maybe that's why I've gained so much weight, because I'm watching so much food content. My mom makes potato salad without mayo. It's not great. I feel like mayo is a big part in these like savory, like creamy salads. I think macaroni salad is also really great, you know? Broccoli and cheddar cheese soup. That sounds like a job for the blender. You're making me really want to get a blender now. Does anyone have any blender recommendations? I don't really know anything about like appliances. I just have like some, I don't know, my dad got me the air fryer I have, and then my mom got me this like cheapo rice cooker. And I've been using that, but I think sometimes it doesn't get hot enough. For example, if I want to, you know how I said I cooked the sukiyaki rice dish? I tried to do it before, but it didn't get hot enough inside to actually cook the meat, which sucked. Because then it was just raw meat on top of fully cooked rice, which I didn't think was like food safe. So I just kind of kept starting and stopping the rice cooker to see if it would work. It was a disaster. Don't be like me. Even if I'm full, if I see takoyaki, I want takoyaki. I think takoyaki is like such like a bait food. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's the perfect size. Any like snack food, I think McDonald's hash browns are the same, right? There's so many little snacks, dino nuggies even, honestly. Because like it's such a small size, you're like, I could have one. And then when you have one, you're like, I could have 2, you know? I use a Ninja blender. The Ninja stuff is expensive, isn't it? But I guess as long as it lasts you a long time, then it's worth its weight in money, you know? I just use my blender for protein shakes. Do you need I guess it's like a milkshake or like a shake, so you do need a blender. I've heard about overnight oats recently. Are they really healthy? I don't know that much about them. I know it has like chia seeds and stuff, and I heard chia seeds are really good for you though. Gotta head to bed. Good night. What's a happy Cronus? Take care. Thank you so much for coming by. dried berries and creatine to it. What's creatine exactly? I know it's good for you, but I don't really know what it does. If you use a bunch of sugary things, no. I guess it's just all about what you put in it, right? I think I'm really boring. My dad, when I was younger, tried to, I think, lower the sodium in all of our diets. So he would just cook with less and less and less and less and less salt. Actually, I think one day, now that I think about it, he didn't do that. He just suddenly said, like, I'm cutting all salt out of our meals. And then I remember being really upset for like half a year about it. And I don't know, I'm okay now. I've adapted. I've overcome. Helps keep your energy up while you work out. That seems really useful then. But if it's just fruit and sugar-free milk substitutes, why not? I feel like, yeah, if it's just like milk and fruit, surely it can't be that. Like, it should be fine, right? Helps enhance muscle and brain function. Ugh, working out, ew. I mean, I say I want to lose weight, and then I'm like, I'm lazy. I want to go to bed. I don't really feel like working out today. It's the safest food additive ever. Okay, well, I mean, that sounds good. Does it taste like anything, or is it like sweet or something? I remember being addicted to convenience store takoyaki when I was in uni. You know, convenience stores, especially in Asia, are such like a... Oh my god. You know, when I was in Japan last time? Bami Chiki, man. Every time I walked past a Family Mart, I'd be like, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. And then I would end up walking in and buying like one. Being like, oh, I want one. And then I'd be like, never mind, I want two. I'm gonna be going again in May, and I think I'd like to try, I heard the... What is it? Karage-kun? That's Lawson, right? I'd like to try that one too. I heard that one's really tasty too. It depends, they come in no flavor at all or fruit-like flavors. Can you just put it in anything? Like, could I sprinkle it on like rice or something? Or do I have to drink it? I raise your mac and cheese with my gumbo from scratch. Except the sausage. Are you playing my food like a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Hi Mavia, Oz Konapi, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. The comment said plain is better. Okay, I see. I get what you mean. I kind of don't like, my mom drinks these vitamin drinks, and I think they're sweet, but I think they're like artificially sweet. And I don't like that, you know? I'd kind of rather just chug it straight. Oh, plain is bitter. Oh, okay, that's no good. That's no good. I don't know why it turns off every time. There we go. Every time it loops, it turns off. Jambalaya. I've never had jambalaya. I feel like there's a lot of jambalaya is it like where is it from? I almost think it's like, I don't remember. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I really don't remember where it's from. But I've seen pictures of it and it looks really good. There's a whole bunch of like and especially like African cuisine or like South American cuisine that I'm not so familiar with. I'd really like to try it, but I feel like it's easy to get, I don't want to say like the wrong idea, but like if you go to the wrong place and decide you don't like it, it can really ruin its first impression for you. So I'm lucky that I've had a friend take me out for some like Latin American food, and it's been really, really tasty. I'm too embarrassed. I'm too shy to like go and order myself. You know, I never know what to get, but at least people seem pretty friendly when you're trying something new for the first time. You know, jambalaya, po' boy, and dirty rice is. A po' boy is like a fish sandwich, right? If I remember correctly. Oh, it's Cajun. It's Creole. Ooh, I need to find a good place to try that kind of food. I was hoping that in the future, maybe I could film some videos where I'm like trying some popular foods from like different cultures for the first time. I think that would be really exciting. And also, I want to do a video where I'm trying soda, like all these different types of soda for the first time. Cause like I've never had like Mountain Dew and stuff, you know? Or I think I've had Pepsi like once when I was a kid. I think I've had, I don't know. I think that's it. I don't think I've had any other like carbonated drinks other than like the occasional ramune. Oysters or shrimp or catfish? You know, catfish used to be a joke in my school because the cafeteria cooked it so poorly that like people talked about it for the next 5 years. It was so bad. I don't even remember like what made it bad. They just, I don't know if they, I think they just didn't season it. Terrible. Every time someone was like, it literally became like the thing that people would talk about. Like, oh yeah, do you like the cafeteria food? Catfish. And then like the conversation was shut down immediately. Do I like sparkling water? Not really. I don't really like anything carbonated. I'll have a carbonated like cocktail or some kind of alcoholic beverage every once in a while, just like with a meal with friends. I think I like alcohol more as like an artistic, quote artistic thing than as like I really like drinking it. Like I think it's a fun, I think you get to be really creative with alcohol, and I love stepping into like a speakeasy or like trying a new restaurant and then they have like some really weird cocktails on the menu and it makes me want to try those. I love floral cocktails, so anything like rose or like lavender, really nice. All of it sucks. It's not the catfish's fault. No, this is why I'm like picky about I'm kind of picky about like where I eat. Not necessarily. I mean, I would destroy McDonald's, you know, but like generally speaking, I feel really bad when I cook stuff poorly because then I'm like, oh my god, a cow died to become my scorched earth burger, you know? And I feel really bad about it. They want to drink Hawaiian Punch as a kid? I don't think I've had Hawaiian Punch. I tried Sunny D recently and that was pretty good. What else? There was another, it's not Kool-Aid, but there's another one. Capri Sun, right? I've never tried that. I feel like all this stuff looks really sweet, but I'd like to try it. I feel like these packet drinks are really nostalgic, you know? Sometimes alcohol is just bitter and bad if it's too fruity and doesn't taste like alcohol. It's hard to get something that tastes like good, or I'm assuming you mean good alcohol. Yeah, I think I'm just picky. I just like certain things and I really don't like others, you know? Capri Sun is coated. I'm trying to think about like what other drinks I've been trying lately. I've been really on my Spanish hot chocolate grind. What else? I'm still drinking my Muji. If you haven't tried it, Muji, it's a chestnut maple latte. I think the rest of their drinks are really mid. If you like sweet potato, like purple, like taro, I think it's a taro drink. It's not bad. I'm just not a big fan, but I think if I was someone that really liked it, it's quite good. Also, I bought some peppermint tea recently, peppermint and gingerbread. There's a grocery store nearby and they were having a sale on their winter teas. I might go back and buy more actually. I really like winter flavors like peppermint and gingerbread and stuff. I don't know if there are any seasonal flavors that you guys like, but especially like winter flavors. I really like that kind of stuff. So I've been having that as tea. They're non-caffeinated though. I need something caffeinated. The doctor said I need to start drinking a little bit of caffeine. I tried absinthe recently. I think I drank perfume by accident. I don't think I've had absinthe. It sounds so fancy though. I want to try it. I'm a pretty basic white girl when it comes to latte. I usually drink pumpkin spice or peppermint. I mean, those are good. I tried a pumpkin spice for the first time in the fall last year, and it was okay. I think peppermint is more my speed, but I know some people really don't like peppermint, right? Pineapple soda, like sumo, is underrated. Also, hi Neptune, kon happy. I don't think I said hi earlier, so thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're doing well. I don't think that's one thing. Like in Europe, I feel like they have a lot of fun snacks and stuff. When I was in Barcelona, one of the things that I did was I ran around like grocery stores and I got recommendations of like what kind of local snacks I should try. I feel like that's always something really fun to bring home, or you can have it there. Oh, I ate so much octopus when I was in Barcelona. I've become a really big octopus fiend. Hawaiian Punch is way too sweet. I always have to water it down. I think that's kind of the case with most of these like fruit drinks. My parents, when I was little, gave me Ribena, but they watered it down. I feel like I don't know anyone that has tried or likes Ribena. Does anyone here like Ribena? feel like I talk about it and then people are like, what's that? Because that's like my mom's childhood drink, and then she got me on that. And that and Ovaltine. I really like Ovaltine. I don't really know how Ovaltine differs from Milo, actually. I think Milo is more popular. Not a clue. No, it's like a grape drink. Oh no, it's like it's blackcurrant. So it's kind of like somewhere between like a grape and a blueberry. I love Ribena. Let's go. It's like an Asian thing. I don't know. Ovaltine is good. Ovaltine was my childhood. I think Ovaltine is good. Do you guys have any like chocolate powdered drinks that you'd recommend? Maybe next time we'll go and look for that. Oh, you know, do you guys like Happy Snacks? Like HAPI? I've recently been really into their wasabi peas, but I noticed they also have sriracha peas, and they have like a Japanese rice cracker mix. And I'm thinking maybe next time I'll try a different one, but I don't know. I thought I would ask if you guys knew, because I don't know, maybe if the wasabi one's the best, I kind of want to just keep getting that one. Hi Lass, Happy, thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, it's nice to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Hot Ribena lemon at a Hong Kong cafe. I've never had that. What's the recipe? Do they just put a lemon on the side? Or do they mix it with like a lemon tea? Ovaltine is good. I used to drink like Nestle. Oh, Nesquik. Growing up, I've never had Nesquik. My mom used to talk about it though. She'd be like, "Oh, Nesquik is so good," and then we would never buy it. It was pretty hard to get a hold of exactly the same stuff as in the US growing up, especially like I think because the laws are different about like food dyes and colors and stuff. I remember having Fruit Loops for the first time because I begged my parents I wanted to try it, but then they used all natural colors, so it didn't look anything like the advertisements I had seen in the States, you know? I wanted to eat the blue hoops so bad. I'm glad we have Ribena lovers. Thank you, Lass. Thank you, Toko. Not a powder, but I like mixing Nutella. Also, hi, Cooley. Happy. I don't think I said hi earlier, but thanks so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, welcome. Nutella into milk over the stove for a quick hot chocolate. That sounds really good. Must be really fatty though, because it's a spread, right? Is it what's the ratio? Like a couple of spoonfuls per mug or something? What's good? How much do you need? Pink Nesquik is my magic medicine. Pink? Why is it pink? Oh no, it's the red tide. I think there are protein shakes there that are peppermint flavored. When I was at Costco, I don't know, I guess run to Costco if you like this. They had a cookies and cream overnight oats. I thought that looked interesting. I'm not really a big cookies and cream person, but I know someone that is, so I gotta forward that to them. But strawberry Nesquik. I didn't even know they had multiple flavors. You know what was exciting? And I think I talked about it before, but maybe I forgot. Or maybe I did. I don't know. But my favorite snack in the States so far has to be Flaming Hot Cheetos Puffs. Because I like the puff texture, but I like them flaming hot. I really want to try those like loaded Cheetos that you see from like food trucks and stuff, but I haven't found a good place that does it. I really want to try it. I wonder if I can make it at home too. Then I think I need to buy like the cheese sauce and everything. It seems kind of like a pain. 1 spoonful of Nutella to 1 mug of milk. Wait, that's it? I kind of assumed you'd have to put in a lot more. I guess it's really concentrated, huh? Procrastination Station. Happy. Ever had a Yoo-hoo? I think I've seen them before. That's also a chocolate drink, right? Anani has a good chocolate powder brand, but don't search for the really old commercials. You're scaring me. I think some of the old commercials are really funny. I liked the fruit by the foot commercial that's like, I turned your DNA into fruit by the foot. I don't know. I was also a big fruit by the foot person. When I used to, oh my god, I'm talking about like 10 billion years ago. When I used to do ballet, I used to eat a fruit by the foot before I had to go to practice. That was my favorite thing. I don't know, there's something about like peeling it off the sticker that was really fun. I don't know if there are any like foods like that I really enjoy like tactilely nowadays. I think wasabi peas are pretty fun though. I like Taki waves, but I can't find them recently. I feel like they're always phasing in and phasing out like popular snacks, you know? Some food trucks use Flamin' Hot Cheetos as filling in their sandwiches. I got invited out to a pub recently by my friend, and we had this like crazy grilled cheese that was had Doritos inside of it. That was weird. It was really tasty though. That, and then we had like like a horseradish and wasabi steak sandwich. I feel like you can always find some really like creative and fun foods to try. It was pretty good. Cheese strings, that's true. I haven't had cheese string in a while. Maybe I'll get some. That was one of my favorites. I even had them. I think the last time I bought like a full box was probably a couple of years ago. Did it help with ballet? No. I was always really bad at ballet. I would always my mom made me go to extra practice after class. I did 2 hours of ballet, and then my mom would make me. I would get a 30-minute break, and then I'd have to do an hour and a half of private ballet tutoring. You know me, I'm so clumsy. Why were they making me do ballet, man? One thing that I really did like, and maybe it kind of like spurred me towards fashion and like embroidery and stuff, was like these really fancy and beautiful like recital costumes. There's always something really cool about like being measured and then being put into like this fancy outfit. I don't know, you know? Araziel, let's happy. Take care. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Oh yeah, let's happy. I'm sorry I didn't say bye earlier, but take care. Hot water ooh, okay, wait. I want to know about this Ribena drink. Hot water to dilute the Ribena concentrate, then add lemon slices, then you squish. Okay. Oh, so this is from like from concentrate. My parents would buy like the bottles. Maybe I could just add a little less water. And then you said lemon. So I think, okay, I think I could. They call it like muddling, right? When you add lemon inside. That's another side quest thing I want to do. I want to take bartending lessons. I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do. Even though I don't necessarily like to drink all that much, I think making drinks seems really cool. You're sleepy? You gonna go to bed? Hope you have a good night. Oh, Con Happy, hello. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. You can do it cold too, and the ice will dilute it a bit. Oh, you're right. I need a cute ice mold. I feel like nowadays I want everything to be cute, you know? Like a cute ice mold. Wonder what shapes I should get. Maybe stars would be cute. Side quests, great content idea. I'm still trying to get in this summer to go to this place locally where you can carve your own bow out of wood, and then you can make your own arrows and shoot the arrows. And they also do horseback archery. I really want to do that. I thought maybe I'll do that for my birthday with a few friends. I want to do that. I think that would be really cool. Why do you need lessons to end? That's true. I mean, I think a side quest is always a fun thing to do. I tried to take up what is it called? Oh no. I tried to take up Kyudo for a while, Japanese archery, but I realized a lot of it is not really shooting. A lot of it is like, you know, like calming your mind and like taking care of the dojo and stuff. And I'm like, I feel bad for saying it, but I don't have that kind of patience. I want to shoot funny arrow. So I decided it's not for me. But I did go sit in on a few lessons, and like I got to ask some of the instructors and some of the students some questions. The chips in Europe are so tasty. I know. I tried this one Spanish brand and it was so delicious. Horseback archery sounds really cool. I feel like it could be difficult. And I think I've said before, but horses really tend to hate me. I don't know if you guys are good with like all animals, or there's some animals that just don't like you. I think cats, especially any like really aggressive animal, tends to really like me. Like, I'm gonna sound like such a homeless person. Like raccoons really like me. Geese really like, geese and pigeons really tend to like me. Like stray cats, stray dogs. But like, when it comes to like cats living like a very plush life, they tend not to like me so much, you know? What else? Horses hate me. Oh my god, it's so bad. Every time I sit on the back of a horse, it tries to like kill itself. I've had horses like run into like branches, or like try to run into like trees when I get on. A Disney princess, like the opposite of a Disney princess, like Disney hobo. Vin, happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? But yeah, horseback archery seems fun. Maybe I should just get better at archery first. I'm not really sure what kind of archery I want to pursue yet. Because I think Olympic style seems really cool, but Asiatic might be kind of more my speed in terms of like, I don't know. I think it looks cooler, you know? Let the horse destroy itself and survive. Horse hive mind has you black marked. Well, I'm glad that horses don't talk to each other. Because if they were like crows, I think I would actually be blacklisted from horse. I really can't think of anything I could have done. I used to feed them like carrots and apples and stuff. I think I was pretty nice to them. Maybe because harpies are apex predators. I get along really well with geese. I've had like Canadian geese sit in my lap and stuff. Oh, swans hate me though. I don't know if it's still running out there. There's a Medieval Times in the area. They give you good chicken and you watch cute guys poke each other on horses. They hand out a rose to you. I can have a cute guy on a horse give me a rose. I've always wanted to go to Medieval Times. I feel like it seems like a lot of fun. Don't you get like assigned a team though? You don't get to choose your team, right? You get like assigned an Oshi. A jousting Oshi. I know there's like a falconry segment to Medieval Times, I think. Has anyone here been to Medieval Times? Or is Medieval Times just like a US like character cafe? Is that what this is? The knight can like you and his horse can hate you at the same time. Then it all evens itself out. Swans are huge jerks, yeah. I don't like them either. Got attacked by one and I never... Wait, Canada also has Medieval Times? I never knew. I've never been. I want to go now. Chicken is seriously good though. Is it chicken? It's so big. I always thought it was a turkey leg. I've seen pictures. I went last year for my birthday. Did you have fun? Is it still a lot of fun? Maybe I'll have to go. What else looks like fun that I've been interested in going to lately? I think when the weather clears up, like, maybe another picnic in like a really public place. I wonder if there's a good place to sit. I want to find like a quiet park somewhere and sit and maybe have like a solo picnic or invite some friends. It's Euro nerds cringe embracement. The audience for Medieval Times is mostly kids that I mean, I'm sure maybe going once would still be fun though. I think it's really cool. I'm sure people have been inspired to like, you know, I was gonna say maybe pursue a living as an adventurer, but that's kind of difficult, isn't it? It's just like it was when I was a kid. I think there's something very nice about places that don't change very much. Speaking of places that don't change very much, there's a chain where I'm from. It's called White Spot, and it's like a local in-kingdom chain. Think about it as like comfort. It's like a comfort food chain, really tasty. And I went with my mom over the winter, and it tasted exactly the same. Like nothing had changed. Isn't there something kind of cool though? Because and I went to this hot dog place recently. And apparently, like I asked like, what's your most popular hot dog? And they said like, oh, it's this one. And they pointed to, I think it's called like a Red Hot. And I was like, that's cool. And then I got the hot dog and I was like going to sit down and I saw on the wall there was this like framed picture of like, must have been from like, I think it was from like the 40s. It was dated or something. The 30s or the 40s, and it was like this hot dog like 79 cents or something, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like I'm eating the exact same hot dog, or pretty similar, at least hopefully, as someone did back then, you know? Isn't that kind of cool? Comfy food chain. Yeah, adventuring isn't over. It just involves a GoPro now. That, or like I was thinking about, have you seen those Meta glasses? I feel like those are kind of cool, but I think maybe it's kind of creepy to walk around with Meta glasses unless I feel like it could be cool for like specific things, like if you're not like, I don't know, like if you're like walking around in nature or something, you're not filming anyone, I guess it's fine, but there's something a little creepy about wearing them, isn't there? The very same hot dog is 80 years old, enjoy. Oh no, it's a fossil, it's an ammonite. Unhappy Ariel, thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you. But I think there's something really cool about enjoying the same food that someone else got to enjoy exactly the same way before. They say like tastes change and stuff, right? Which I guess is true because we're not eating Jello salads anymore. I've really wanted to try making one though. Jello salad? Have you seen those? They're from like the 20s and the 30s, I think. They were really in fashion. I think even earlier than that, in the 1910s. Jello salads were really like a big thing because I think like gelatin, you know, was like clear. It was like a big novelty thing. I'm wondering if there was like a food novelty thing. I guess right now the food novelty thing is matcha. And I was watching a video about it, and apparently one of the reasons why matcha has taken off so much is because like its color is very vibrant, and that's really good for social media. Like social media algorithms apparently really like that it's like bright colored, it's flashy. And the next like big food I guess like food trend is apparently supposed to be ube, but I think we're already kind of there, aren't we? Oh yeah, and they float meats in them, right? Yeah, it's pretty freaky. I think it looks pretty freaky, but you know, I guess whatever floats your boat. I think it'd be fun to get one of those molds and just put something like really normal inside of it, like a potato salad or something. But then it doesn't even matter if you break it up. I think it'd make it look more fun at least. How to Batata Con Happy, thanks for coming to the stream today. Welcome! Mavia with meta glasses. So cool. Not Mavia with meta glasses. Hello, human resources. The food novelty thing 10 years ago was Tide Pods. Oh my gosh. Isn't it crazy to think that like 10 years ago was 2016? I feel like I don't know. I feel like we never left 2016. In my mind, we never left 2016. You know what's like stressful though? Is I see people at school, because it's fashion school, right? I see people at school going like, look at my vintage Ed Hardy. And I'm like, dude, I think I owned this when I was a kid. Or like, I think my mom wore that when I was like 8. Like, it makes me feel so old. Like vintage, I feel like vintage, the gap between vintage and current like trends, it's moved like the gap between now and vintage is becoming smaller and smaller because of how quickly trends are moving, you know? Although I will say, it's pretty cool to have some stuff that like is very sought after now. Like, I was digging through my mom's closet and she was like, hey, do you want this? And it was like a Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami 2003 collab bag. And I was like, this is the freest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Because I was begging her for a new handbag for a while. And she's like, let me look at my closet. And she's like, just take this. And I was like, nice. I remember the Ed Hardy trend. Yeah, I really like Ed Hardy. I'd still like to buy more of their stuff. I used to wear a lot of Juicy Couture and I wore a lot of Ed Hardy. I was very embarrassingly like a chubby kid that wore Juicy Couture like velour jumpsuits, or like track suits. I had 3 of them. I had a teal one, I had a purple one, and I had a hot pink one. You know, the one that I really the one that I really want, you guys, it's so good. Juicy Couture a while back, and I think they're still selling it, okay? They released a... Now I get to... Okay, I feel like I should talk about my stupid fashion stuff more, because, like, I feel like that's actually interesting. I don't think anyone else would be talking about it. They released a zodiac sign line, like the, you know, like Aries, Libra, whatever. Do you see what the problem is? All right, okay, I want you to take a guess what the issue is when anytime they release a line with anything that has the zodiac signs, like Aries written on the back, Taurus written on the back, because one of them is not like the other. Or old game. College classmate, awesome vintage windbreaker. Me, it's new. Windbreakers have always looked the same in 40 years. Some trends really don't change. One of the classes I'm taking is on home furnishing trends, and that's been really interesting because apparently home furnishing actually hit like another boom over the course of the pandemic, because people, you know, they were spending so much time at home and they would look at their stuff and they'd be like, oh, maybe it's time to replace this couch, maybe it's time to replace, like, because I'm spending so much time at home, people are moving to like working remote. There was a big boom in the furnishing industry in like all parts. Like, we're talking tableware, glassware, lamps, carpets, everything. Isn't that fascinating? I'm serious as Cancer. When I say rhythm is a dancer. You see, yeah, the problem was one of them says Cancer, right? That's my zodiac sign. But I sure as hell don't want to be caught dead wearing the hot pink jumpsuit that says Cancer on the back of it. You gotta rep the cancer. It's kind of funny though. Like, it's kind of making me want to buy one just to say that I have the cancer jumpsuit. It's interesting that they have classes for that. They have a bunch of different really cool electives, which is making me kind of not want to graduate and just keep taking more courses for a while, you know? I want to buy one now. You should, I wonder, tell me if they're still on sale if you look it up. But that's the one I was thinking about buying because it's really funny. All pink is the color for breast cancer awareness. Maybe that's not so bad. I mean, like, then it has to be some different color. What if it's black? I had all these ideas for, like, if I was a League face cam streamer, like, all the terrible shit that I would have wanted to do. And I might do it, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do it for stream stuff in the future. Wait, I have to tell you guys some of my terrible content ideas for if I was becoming a League content creator. This preceded VTubing, okay? I considered, like, maybe I wanted to stream League as, like, a for fun content creator. That died in the snake, died in the egg, okay? Like, thank God that died. We're not doing that. Some of the things I wanted to do included, like, I wanted, like, a Twitch redeem, like a bits redeem where you could change my mouse, and I was just gonna accumulate all of, like, these terrible mice. Like, well, I wouldn't say an Aqua mouse is a terrible mouse, but like a Hello Kitty shaped one, or one that's shaped like pizza. Like the really shitty ones. And then, like, I'd have a hand cam, and you can just see, like, my shitty mouse on the side. I totally would have worn the cancer black. The cancer. You know what? If I can buy it, if I ever appear in person on a stream again, if it's available, I'll wear it. Just because I think it's really funny. Wait, no, that'd be epic. I don't think we have anything. I don't think I play anything that would require, like, a mouse, be able to show, like, my hand, like, mouse tracking. The other thing that I wanted to do was, trying to remember now. Was that? Oh! I'm so sorry. Anyone who has to listen to this, I'm so sorry. So they started, so you might know, they sell life-sized League of Legends champion sex dolls. And I was gonna buy, like, there's an Ari one, a Spirit Blossom Ari one, and then there's, like, a Seraphine one. And I just wanted to buy, like, one of those pink gamer chairs and have, like, the Seraphine sex doll, like, in the back. So, like, when I'm playing, you can just see it behind me. Like, what would I use it for, though? But it's funny. It's just, I feel like I didn't do it so much before when I was streaming, but, like, for me, like, I'm basically willing to do anything for the content, like, quote content, like, just for fun, you know? Like, I have a giant Among Us poppet that's, like, 12 inches tall, and I just put that on, like, tiny bags whenever I go out. Sometimes I go out to, like, anime events and stuff, and people will be like, is that a gay Among Us poppet? And I'm like, yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm the kind of person that I'll kind of do anything for the bit, you know? Do it. You don't see me on camera, though. I guess you see me on camera, but it's different. I would have bought it. If I became a League streamer, I would have bought it and put it in the back. Dress her up? As you? That seems like a pain. Everything that I wear is so fitted. I'd have to, like, custom make it for her. I don't know. But you know, her outfit's really... Wait, do you guys want to see this sex doll? Hold on. Let me put my mac and cheese on the floor. 1 second, okay? Let me pull up this sex doll so you can see it. It's safe for work, okay? So I'm not a freak. Oh god, I have all caps on. Seraphine sex doll, all caps. Okay, let's see. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. Don't knock it until you see it, okay? Does this have her nipples out? I don't think it does. Okay. Why is there an American flag on it? That's really funny. Hold on. It's pretty good, right? It's really nice, right? It's not just me. What is this topic? The Seraphine sex doll? I've been thinking about buying it for like a couple years now. I just thought it was so funny. I couldn't justify it though. If I became a League streamer, I would have gotten it. I would have gotten it for sure. We missed out. We missed out on me being a face cam streamer though. Occasionally, think about it, but then I'm like, damn, that seems like way too much effort. I like being a harpy girl on the internet. It makes me really happy. Makes a girl harpy. What can I say? I was expecting some cheap blow up doll. No, it's nice. Wait, let me show you the other one. Mavia Lucaster shows sex dolls on stream. Where's the Ari one? There's two of them. There's Spirit. Don't ask me why I've gone down the terrible rabbit hole of looking at sex dolls online. They don't talk about it, okay? Is it this one? 1 second. Oh my god. Ari sex doll. Dude, okay, wait. It might be from the same seller. Real Dolls Hub. I think it's from Z Love Doll. I think it's from Z Love Doll. Hold on 1 sec. Ari. Oh, it's sold out. They don't sell it anymore. Wait, no, this one's crazy. Oh, ooh, whoa, that one's naked. Okay, 1 sec. I think this one's not bad either, because like her outfit's crazy. Wait, hold on. This is a different Seraphine one. Is she naked? No, she's not. Okay. I just had to make sure because like I'm really blind to porn. I have this problem. It started when I was my porn blindness started when I was 15. I went to my first anime convention and I heard my friend really liked Ari, so I bought her an Ari, I bought her... Let me make this smaller. I bought her an Ari, poster, but the bottom part of it was covered, and it turns out she had her nipples out. And the next day at school, after I gave it to her, because I was so excited to give it to her, she came back, she's like, why does she have her nipples out? I can't show this to my mom. And I was like, oh, my bad. I don't know why they would let me buy it. I was just like, I was so obviously 15. I still get ID'd when I go to cons when I try to buy stuff. Okay, so she's naked. She's naked. I don't know. Kind of not feeling these poses. Okay, wait. Okay, well, at least she's wearing her regular outfit. This one's really pretty too. Where's the Ari? There's a Spirit Blossom one. Spirit Blossom Ari sex doll. It says statues, but oh, it is a sex doll. Okay, 1 second. It's so cute. Wait, how big is it? Scale 1/3. Excuse me? What do you mean 1/3 scale? Sorry, let's not show this one. It's very pretty. It looks very nice. Here, how about this one? Can I even... It's not even letting me screenshot it. Hold on, I think I can screenshot it like this. If I put it in paint, I can probably They're so pretty, right? Here, wait, you haven't seen this one yet. Here, I'll make it bigger. It's so pretty, right? Like, she looks like a real girl. They call my doll Pinocchio the way I make it stand on its own. This isn't the real meal. The real meal is... Real meal's over here. We pull out the tier list chart, we need to call for help. These are the only ones I've seen. I haven't really experimented or looked too much at sex doll websites, as I'm sure you'd be aware that I don't think I'm really the demographic for this kind of thing. You can tell me that's someone cosplaying and I believe it. That's the thing, right? Like, in all seriousness, doesn't it just look like a person? Like, just like a supermodel. I think especially the Ari one. Like, this one looks like a real person. That's crazy. Like, she just kind of looks like a K-pop star. Or like a Chinese cosplayer. Like, you could totally post pictures of this on, like, Twitter. And, like, if people weren't looking closely, they'd probably think it's a real person. Anyways. We have great food next to me. She is real. Why are these so well made? I know, right? I really like this one. I really like her outfit. Here. Her outfit is so pretty, right? Like, look at the detailing on that. The sequins. And the eyeshadow. It's so pretty. Okay, anyway. This is what we were robbed of. I didn't become a League content creator, and now we don't have Seraphine sex doll on the stream. I'm sorry. Maybe as a donathon goal, maybe I'd put it in my room. I think my parents would kill me. I'm already trying to get rid of stuff. If I put a giant sex doll in my room, I think they're gonna kill me. You bought this? No, I was thinking about it though. I got really close. I thought it was really funny. I just had no reason. I also don't have a second gaming chair. You see, like, if I bought the Seraphine, right, either of the pink-haired girls, I definitely have to put her on one of those, like, Secret Lab, like, diva gamer chairs. Maybe if I was gayer. If I was gayer, maybe I would have bought her. I feel like, I mean, what else am I gonna use it for? I would just sit in the back of my room. I think putting a blow-up doll in the back of your room, I think if you buy one of... Okay, genuine question. Genuine question, guys. Do you think you're more of a freak if you buy a blow-up doll or you buy, like, a realistic silicone molded doll, like the ones here? Vote now. Which one do you think is creepier, having the blow-up doll or having this? I feel like there's something kind of tasteful about these, but also, like... You know, like, the fact that you would invest, like... How much is this? Let me... I don't remember how much it is. It's like a couple $1,000 or something, like $2,000 ish for one of these dolls. Like, I think you gotta be freaky if you have that kind of money to invest in this kind of thing. Why did you want to show it to her? Why did she want to show it to her mom anyways? I don't know. I guess she was living at home, right? I don't know. I guess her mom probably thought I was a freak. It's okay. The rent doesn't pay itself. That's true. I can't believe they let me buy it still. Like, less than 2 feet tall? I don't know how big it was. It's 1/3, so probably less than 2 feet tall. This might be the best stream on the channel. Shut up. I'm trying to become a little more relaxed now, just saying whatever. I always thought, like, I wasn't a very entertaining conversationalist, so I get really anxious on stream, even though it's been a long time. It's kind of like we've known each other for a while, but, like, I still get a little anxious because I want you to have fun, you know? Even when I go out with my friends, occasionally I get really anxious and I'll just go like, hey, are you having fun? Usually they'll be like, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. And then I'll feel a lot better, you know? But, like, I think I don't know, I get unsure. But I'm glad we can laugh about stupid things. Bro, imagine cleaning those must be a pain, especially with dust collecting on it over time. I mean... Also, Cadmus, I don't think I welcomed you in earlier, but thank you so much for coming to the stream. Yeah, anything silicone, right, tends to attract a lot of dust because it kind of has a bit of, like, a sticky surface. Oh my god, can you imagine having one of these and it's humid? Oh, it'd be so gross. You'd probably have to keep it, like, naked most of the time to make sure nothing is, you know, happening in its crevices. Blow-up doll can kind of be like a gag thing at a party. It's $2,250. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Imagine the blow-up doll is cheap enough that you can claim it was a spur-of-the-moment purchase. Yeah, I guess also Noivering could not be. I feel like then you don't seem like as much of a freak, because you could say it's like for the bit, but I feel like when you spend 2,250 USD on one of these, you can't really say it's for the bit anymore, right? It's really cute makeup, but I guess it's acrylic paint, some kind of like permanent paint or like silicone, like plastic paint. Get a swing to match the doll. Who needs a chair? You know what? What if I got like one of those like rose swings on the back and just pinned it in my room? If I had more space in my room, I'm trying to get rid of my closet actually. I have like a matching furniture set and I'm trying to get rid of my closet and just kind of move all my closet stuff into the pantry. It's difficult because I own so many dresses, you know? So it's kind of difficult to store them. And you bought her as a model for your fashion stuff? I wonder, surely it has measurements somewhere, right? It's kind of difficult because she probably, you know, without my help, doesn't stand on her own. Wonder, would these dolls get scary past 10 years of violent usage? Couldn't answer that question. The most violent thing I would be doing is maybe, just, I don't know, I get mad at League and I slam my fist on her thigh or something instead of the table. That's probably as violent as I would get. Silicone because of cost alone. Yeah, I know, crazy. It was a business expense. This is like a good business expense. Imagine a raid. Oops. Navi, you're always funny and a little unhinged. Entertaining is your middle name. I used to have this screenshot that was like from Violet that said like, I think that's part of the appeal of Mavia. Like, you're so cute. You sit there and you're so cute and then you open your mouth. I think I still have that as a screenshot. I forgot. I was gonna put it as my Twitter banner because I thought it was so stupid. This is the ideal college life. That's what I'm saying. Surrounded by beautiful ladies. I mean, I'm already surrounded by beautiful ladies. I gotta be surrounded. You know, a lot of the people I go to school with are models, which is pretty cool. Not that I ever talk to them because I'm too intimidated. Especially like the male models. No. Kinda bothers me that the ears look fake despite having the freedom to look unrealistically good. I don't know, maybe it's like someone, surely like, you know, they have to make everything look like quote ideal, right? For like the people that like those specific parts. Like thighs or arms or I guess ears, I don't know. Maybe we're just not appreciators. It's absurdly posable. That's the problem. This is also why I don't buy Figmas or like Nendos. Usually I buy scale figures. I don't know what you guys prefer. Nowadays I'm buying more Nendos because some of the characters I like, they don't have scale figures, so I just bought a bunch of Nendos. I never know how to pose them, so like, oh my god, can you imagine trying to pose one of these things? Crazy. They're just the appetizer similar to the Dino Nuggets. Blow-up doll's worse? Blow-up doll's worse. Okay, blow-up doll's worse. Okay, everyone says the blow-up doll is worse. Okay, I'm kind of glad. Accurate. I too wish to be surrounded by pretty ladies. It's a nice way to live. Although some of the people are not so friendly, you know. Thanks, GK. I was drunk, lol. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, man. Especially, what if you have a landlord and they receive your... Or like downstairs, they receive your package, it's over. I have a prop dummy and it's for the bit, even if even if I joke about other things, but it was like $40. That's the thing. Like, I feel like... I never showed you guys, but I own a priest costume. Like a men's priest costume. I was gonna wear it on stream. And like baptize the Daki-mavia, but when I put it on, I looked like a milk carton. It was like my tits made it like drape weird, and then I was like, wow, I can't wear this on stream anymore, but I sure do own a priest outfit. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for now. Probably need to make more space. Yeah, I mean, especially if I wanted to put her on a swing. You know what would be really creepy is there are apartments like directly across from my window. So what if I put her on a swing facing the other apartments? I used to lock eyes when I was still like a hikikomori. I would like lock eyes with this cat for like 20 minutes every day. And that was like the highlight of my day. Imagine being a ghost and possessing those dolls. I feel like any kind of like humanoid looking thing, like, I don't know if anyone here owns any like VTuber cutouts. Like, that's pretty freaky to wake up to in the middle of the night, no? Sorry, we didn't tailor for those cases. Would you be a nun also? I used to own a nun outfit. It was too small. So... And then I left it at someone's place, and we don't talk anymore, so I don't have it. Oh, no, they still have it. Maybe I'll buy it again. Can I be honest with you guys? I buy a lot of like Coomer outfits, but you're never gonna see them. I just buy them because I think they're cute. And then I'll put them on in front of the mirror. And then I'll keep them on for like an hour, and then I'll take them off, and then I only wear them indoors. And sometimes when you don't hear from me for a long time, I like to dress up in my Coomer outfits. And I don't talk to anyone about it. I don't think I've even told my friends that I own them. I own some really insane looking stuff, but I never tell anyone about it. I'll tell you. How about I'll tell you about it? I'll tell you about it, but you'll never see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I've never posted it anywhere, and it's just like, I've never taken pictures. It's just for me. I own like a succubus lingerie set. I keep buying stuff. Like I don't cosplay, but sometimes I'll buy stuff just to wear at home. Sometimes I'll just sit down and I'll like make a coffee, or like not a coffee, I'll make like a hot chocolate in it or something. Can I show this on stream without getting smited? Maybe if I take a screenshot of the side of it. No, but like it kind of... Okay, wait. I think if I take a screenshot of this and I like paint over the sus part, sounds just on the desk. I feel like everyone should do something like that for themselves, you know? I think for me, it's like a very big, like, how do I say it? It increases it improves my self-esteem, you know? It feels cool. Also, you know how like people are like, oh, you know, your teens and your 20s, those are like the best times of your life or something. I don't know if I believe in all that, but like, I think it's a bit of a shame if you don't go out and like, especially when you're like, imagine you'll think back on it when you're like 50 or 60. Let me move these. And you'll go like, oh, I kind of wish I wore that suit. I always thought I would look really good in purple, or like, you know, stuff like that. Can I be honest? And this is like really shitty to retail workers, so if you're a retail worker, cover your ears. Every once in a while, I'll go into like a really nice store, and I'll try on like random stuff in the store, and then I'll walk out and not buy anything, just because I want to know what it looks like on my body. Here. Business expands secret costumes, by the way. Here's one. I have this one, because they're talking about nuns. She's like lifting her skirt up. I won't show the other ones because those ones are like, those ones, nuh-uh, can't show those, sorry. This is the least insane one that I had though. It's cute, right? So I would advise, if maybe you can block it out of your brain for a little bit, that maybe a retail worker won't be so happy with you. I would highly recommend just stepping into a shop and just trying something that you think looks cool on. And sometimes you will be very disappointed. Like, oh my god, I've been trying to make a bomber jacket look good on me forever, it just doesn't. But I think it's fun to try on like a bunch of different stuff, you know? Everyone's entitled to do whatever they want as long as it hurts no one. Maybe it hurts the retail worker a little bit. That's a good reason to really enjoy yourself and be happy about how good you look. Yeah, I mean, I think that's so important. Like, none of us look... I mean, I'm not a supermodel. Most, like, 99% of the people I know are not supermodels. I know some models, okay? They're supermodels. I'm not. I'm okay with that. But, you know, every once in a while, if you step into a suit store, just go into your local Uniqlo. Just go and try something on for fun. If you're, like, at the mall, maybe you're about to shop for groceries, I would advise that you go before you shop for groceries or anything, so you don't have to take it in with you. Let's say you go to the mall and you're like, I need to pick something up at the pharmacy. Go into like a shop first. Go into like an Aritzia or something. And I would highly suggest try on like a whole outfit. Then you bang out 3 different things that you're trying on at once. You don't even have to come out in it to show the sales associate. Just stay in the change room and just kind of look at yourself in the mirror. Sometimes you might be like pleasantly surprised at what you see, you know? For a long time, I didn't want any eyes in my room. That was before I got into Love Live merch. Yeah, but don't you think if you covered all the eyes of your Love Live merch, it just looks like your entire room is like some kind of like H novel? if all their eyes are covered. That's pretty bad. I think it's looter. Imagine the head on the doll turning slightly when you stare at it. I would, dude, I'm out. I would burn it. Honestly, I would burn it. Testing monetization, I don't care. I don't care, man. I really don't. To be honest, I thought about starting to stream on Twitch every once in a while, but what I would probably do is I probably wouldn't affiliate or wouldn't partner. I just want a place to stream because I think it's funny. It's kind of funny when it looks awful. I mean, part of it is like you just have to know how to like tuck stuff in and like match stuff with accessories, right? Oh my god. So, you know, forever ago, I was supposed to do a stream where I talked about male styling, and I actually got really far in making the presentation, but then I wasn't 100% sure because I was like, I need a guy friend from school to look over my presentation and like give me more pointers so I can forward them to you guys. And finally, I found the right guy. So we're gonna be working on it. I'm supposed to send him my slides and he's gonna look over it. And we were gonna have some discussions on like styling as a guy, and I think it'll be a lot more helpful than what I can give you. So I'm sorry it's taken so long. I should care. Okay, I care somewhat, but I don't think I do anything that's so bad. I say that and I put these images on here. The guy friend who isn't clueless about it, because many guys are. I mean, I think dressing just to have clothes on and not be naked is a perfectly reasonable reason to dress, you know? Hey, I have that doll. Hi, Stanley. Come happy. Which one? Which one do you have? Oh, you mean the sister Charlotte? She's really cute. I think retail workers don't care as much as you'd like to think. I guess no matter what, they have to put stuff away anyways. What's one more, you know? I don't regret skipping school events to play games. I get it. I used to line up. I used to skip school to line up for the newest Pokemon games, but I guess now people don't really do that, right? I lined up for BDSP though. That was exciting. My sister had a haunted my-size Barbie. Can confirm they get really scary in the wee hours. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I'll be getting any of these dolls anytime soon, unless for whatever reason I'm like streaming with a camera or I'm streaming a lot of League. You dress up spree if you still want them. It would be fun to dress them up, but then I feel like I may as well just dress myself up, you know? It's easier to put on and take off. Imagine having to transport it. Do you put it in a car seat, disassemble it in a bag, and freak out anyone watching you? Put it in a car until you get the cops called, stuff it in your trunk? I watched this, I think it was like a YouTube short, and it was like someone got the police called on them because there was hair coming out of their trunk, and it was just like their wig. I like ball-jointed dolls, but I don't like when figures have ball joints that shouldn't look like that. Big fixes are my preferred. Oh, do you collect like BJDs? I think BJDs are fun. I have a lot of respect for guys that collect BJDs. Although, maybe like secretly as a girl, I would feel really intimidated by a guy that collects BJDs because he's probably like, think about like, he has to like pose the girl, right? So he's kind of familiar with like her proportions, especially like if he makes clothes for her or something. Like I'm not a BJD. I'm like a potato. What did I walk in on? What are all these sex dolls? Crazy to see on a VTuber stream? Average Daki-mavia Lucaster stream. Upper right, middle. Upper right. Oh, you have the Seraphine one? This one's nice. I was saying that like I'd really like to have one of these like sitting on a chair as like a gag. It's really pretty. Is it hard to clean? No, wait, like the outside. Like if it gets humid or something. I'm sorry. Maybe that was a bit of a personal question. I meant like, you know, if you're changing the clothes or something, or like surely it gets dusty because it's silicone, right? She looks just as good as the photos as in real life. Oh, okay. You're kind of selling me on these. Real question, how do you clean it? Probably soap and water. There's probably washing instructions on it. There's washing instructions on everything until you lose them. I bought this Eurocamp bento box a while back and I realized I totally threw out the washing instructions, so I don't remember if I can throw it in the washing machine or not. I think I think you can? Let me open it. Maybe it still has the instruction. Nope. Just kidding. Nah, it doesn't. But I don't think I would have purchased it if it wasn't machine washable. Power hose. I'm not power hosing the cute girl. Think about her hair too. You'd have to put her in a shower cap. Is anyone here like using shower caps? My mom keeps trying to convince me to use them, but I really hate them. Usually I'll just keep my hair tied up, or I'll tie it into a little bun on top. You know, like the Ran Eurocamp bun? I'll be the potato bear, very easy to clean, only $3.99. I'm not cheap like that. That's so mean. Are you saying I'm cheap? I don't believe in them. I feel like if you have short hair, it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter if you have short hair. But when you have longer hair, it's kind of a pain. I guess I don't really like to shower. I just like to take baths, so... I get Stitch Fix stylist to make outfits for me once a year. Wow. Oh my god, that's so fancy. Uniqlo's been in Australia for a while. It's really nice. I'm a big Uniqlo fan. I feel like most of my basics nowadays are from Uniqlo for sure. Very dumb question. More recently, Uniqlo came to Australia. What made it so popular? Wait, so how long have you guys had Uniqlo for? I feel like we've had Uniqlo for like 10 years, probably. I feel like the quality of the basics are really good. I try not to buy anything there unless it's on sale, though. I go for like Boxing Day and like Black Friday and stuff like that, but I try not to buy new clothes unless I really like them. Yeah, she never showered when she came over, Stinky. Wow. But I took a bath every day. You're so mean to me. That's a merch idea. Harpy variety, Mr. Potato Head. 2 wings, 2 feet, a bird feet, a beak, and a few feathers. You can stick in like a potato of your choice. That's really stupid. I like it. You know what would be really funny? Just like a set of eyes. Just like a set of eyes and a mouth you can put on anything. You can make your car Mavia. You can make your mic Mavia. You can make your wall Mavia. It'd be really cursed. I don't think I could make that. I think like 3 people would buy it and we like all 3 of us would laugh about it and then we'd never talk about it again. I don't think I had a Mr. Potato Head growing up. I was more like a Bakugan girly. Baths are calming and relaxing. At least 6 for Uniqlo, I think more, but I don't fully remember when they arrived. I don't know, if you haven't shopped at Uniqlo, because I realized some places in the States don't have it, you know? When I visited Florida, I don't think they had it. They have some really, really nice, like, the quality is pretty good, honestly. Some of their, like, down jackets I've had for, like, 10 years. I have some guy friends that, like, they swear by the coats and, like, t-shirts and stuff. Especially, like, Heat Tech or Airism. Kind of like they're, like, inner layers for the cold or, like, just to keep you cool. There's, like, 2 varieties. Really great. I'll show Uniqlo any day. Recently, I've been buying dresses from Uniqlo. That's been pretty fun. There was a GU that opened, which is like its sister brand that's a little more fashion forward. They have some okay stuff there too, but I almost think I buy more stuff at Uniqlo because it's more timeless. You know what I mean? I prefer buying pieces that are a little timeless, and then I put some little accessories and, like, for example, I've been putting like little pins and stuff on my dresses as opposed to, like, because then I can keep it forever, you know? Quality of Uniqlo is great for the price, I know, right? And then I feel like you don't have to replace stuff super frequently too. I've had some Heat Tech shirts from like 10 years ago, and they just started pilling, so I might have to replace them. I mean, they're like kids sizes. They're like size 14 children's, so like maybe it's a good idea that I do. Most of us don't have hair long enough to damage or take care of like that. I feel like a haircut. Have you seen those like transformation videos on YouTube or like TikTok or stuff where it's like they give a guy like a new haircut? Because I feel like, don't you think like a haircut can really change a person? Something that I've been doing every time I travel recently is like, there are some places that I wouldn't do this. I've been getting my haircut in a few like different cities that I've been visiting. That's been pretty exciting. I like doing that. I got my haircut in Tokyo last time. That was exciting. I had to find a place that really spoke English. I felt a little bad. I think I just need to improve my Japanese, you know? Caucasian, thank you very much for... Thank you very much for joining membership. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Fashion is lost on me. I'm just a t-shirt jeans guy. I mean, there are ways of making a t-shirt and jeans look like really nice too. And like, as someone who's studying fashion, right? I think fashion can be kind of overrated. If it's not important to you, you're much better off spending time and resources and energy on things that you do enjoy. I think some people just enjoy how fashion makes them feel, you know? And if you like that, then that's great. and hopefully I can share some of that with you in the future. I think it'll be fun. Pretty sure 90% of the boys in chat are hoodie and jeans. I was hoodie and jeans for a long time. Or like hoodies and like those Costco like yoga pants. You know what I mean? Like the black ones. I don't know. I've been enjoying like dressing up a little more lately. And I think it's a really good confidence booster for sure when you start like... I also think it's a really great way of kind of showing off things that you like. For example, I have a friend and she really likes Zootopia. So every once in a while, she'll bring out like Zootopia inspired outfits. Maybe like, you know how Nick Wilde has like a green shirt? She'll wear like a green coat and then she has like a Nick Wilde keychain. Like on her belt or something. It's really cute. Like stuff like that, you know? I think it's a fun way of like, you could totally rep your Oshi with your outfits too. And I've been trying to figure out like good ways of doing that. Haircuts are the first thing I notice on a person. It's so important, right? And with guys, it's difficult because there's an extra layer to it if you have facial hair, you know? Because I think some people, they look really good with facial hair. Like, how do I put this? My mom really likes facial hair, but for me, I've only ever... No, that's not true. I dated a guy that had facial hair. It's kind of prickly. I don't know if it's really my thing, but I see the appeal. There's some guys, it looks really good on them, you know? And thank you very much for your gifted memberships. Thank you very much for your support. Facial hair is the first thing I notice on a guy. If a guy has a good beard, I go to my way to say nice beard, bro. The problem is like, I'm not saying, I think most guys don't have this problem, but like there's still like a good chunk of guys. I'm gonna, you know, go out on a limb and say like 30 to 40% of guys, their beards are kind of gross, man. And are we in agreement? Are we in agreement that a lot, like there are a good chunk of guys, their beards, guys, we need to, like sometimes I see like, I've seen, you know, I'm just walking on the street, like maybe like a little bit of food in someone's beard, like come on, man. You gotta carry like a compact mirror or something on you. Like it just, I feel like it ruins your whole vibe. The discover a beard old is, oh, beard oil or beard is golden. Facial hair slash and glasses is easiest option to look fine. I think facial hair is a very like it's kind of like a personal thing, but I will say there are a lot of people, especially like some people, they have a bit of like a softer jawline. I think facial hair or even like a shadow, if you maybe have like a sharper jawline, can look really, really good. Did I say thank you, NS? I forgot, but thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your gifted memberships. Still very long hair. I know it's not what's in, but I choose to keep it because I think fashion has an important part in making oneself feel good too. I mean, I've been thinking about getting my hair dyed forever. I've only gotten my hair dyed once. I got pink streaks, and that took forever. I think it's something about harpy hair. Maybe it's similar to feathers or something. It's really difficult to dye, especially because it doesn't take certain colors very well. It was really orange when I tried to dye it, and it took forever. I think I was in the hair salon for like 6 hours. It was really bad. But, you know, I guess we do what we gotta do. But I think definitely, like, if you want to glow up really fast, hairstyle, I would, okay, maybe shitty. I'm giving you my unethical fashion life hacks. Shitty thing to do, I would invest one time in going to see like a really, really good barber. Like a really good barber. Like, I would say, like, if they're like social media famous or something, even if it's like a couple $100, okay? I know like women's hair can be like 300 plus. It's crazy. I genuinely think if you go out and get your hair done once, you get ask a friend to take really nice pictures of you all the way around, take it to a different hairstylist. That's just kind of like a budget friendly way of doing it, right? But at least then you have like a base to work off of, because realistically what you want is the hairstylist's eye, right? To recommend something that looks good on you. And you don't have to go back, especially if it's like a one-time thing. Maybe it's bad, the free Suba. Thank you very much, Renegade Cthulhu, for your support. Also, I wish I could grow a nice beard too. Thank you very much for your support. Nice beard. I feel like it's a genetic thing, right? From my understanding, with men, you kind of grow a beard or you don't, right? Personal question if you're cool to answer, but how was it to first talk to a nutritionist? It was fine. The nutritionist I saw was through this school. And I go to an art school, so I think people are really chill. I think it depends on who you're seeing. I saw someone before and she was pretty strict. But I think the person that I saw through the school was really nice. To be honest, I said like, oh, well, I'm trying to improve my health. And then she's like, well, you need to start like eating breakfast and stuff like consistently. And I've been decently consistent. I would say like this week I missed breakfast. Like this past week I missed breakfast like once. And that's because I woke up late for class yesterday. But overall, I think it was a good experience. I think what's nice about seeing someone, and I say this for kind of like anything, like whether that's like, it could be like video game coaching or I don't know, anything like where you might need advice on something, or like even counseling, I think falls under this category. It's like sometimes you just don't see it. Like I could have never guessed that I wasn't eating enough like carbs, and that's why I wasn't able to get through the day, you know? Like I didn't sit down and like actually look at, because when I actually sat down and wrote out what I was eating, I used to think I ate really unhealthily because sometimes I eat a bunch of frozen food and stuff. She actually told me like some of that frozen food completely okay. But she did say like, maybe try swapping this out for this. I would say it's worth it to do it once. I don't know if you'd have to do it again and like really follow up unless you have some health concerns, in which case like, I think it's worth actually following up with someone for that. Minoxidil, what's that? You just need that one perfect style. That's actually, yeah, that's actually so ethical. And I mean, like, you're still technically supporting an artist, right? Even if you're not like a repeat customer. But I think that would be, if you want to change up your hairstyle or like get your beard shaved or something. The other thing is like sometimes using like nice, like just good upkeep of your hair and stuff. I bought hair oil, but I never use it, you know? I always forget, but apparently I have really dry hair, so it fluffs up a lot, and I look like a poodle when I come out of the bath after washing my hair. It's so bad. But I know, oh, beard oil, it's a revolutionary thing for guys. I mean, yeah, I think just like getting a recommendation of like product, then the next time instead of like you get like a similar haircut, and then just like keep buying like the nice oil. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Having dark hair, pretty sure you have to peroxide it to make it white before putting color in. Very limited experience with hair dye. It's something like that. I don't know. I just remember being annoyed that I had to sit there for 6 hours. I only dyed my bangs too. It wasn't even anything like super crazy. Hair growth, you can grow, oh, on beards, oh, or with minoxidil. Interesting. So there's like, you can take a supplement to grow it. And really motivated me to set it up more. I'll finally have a laptop. In the process of setting it up, got a link to my Discord and everything, but at least I have one now. Congratulations. I didn't have a laptop growing up myself, so I understand. It's kind of exciting. I hope you enjoy it. And then when I first started streaming, I had a PC, kind of like a mid PC, but now I have like a gaming laptop and I really like it. But I hope you enjoy it. I will say, maybe uncalled for advice. Keep your stuff organized because I'm really bad at it. You should do that. It's important. Here for the mac and cheese and I'm staying for the VTuber. Thank you, Jai. Happy. Thanks for coming to the stream today and welcome. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so full. I only ate half of the mac and cheese. Again, I kind of came back. I woke up late for class. I came back and had a grilled cheese sandwich, and then now like I can't finish my mac and cheese, man. Does anyone want my leftovers? You know, I think I said this during the stream with my mom, but my mom doesn't eat my leftovers. She makes me eat her leftovers, though. It's so unfair. She's not even a germaphobe. She's just like, oh, it's beneath me. I don't want to do it. It's so messed up. Oh, last man, had a laptop for about 15 years. Poor thing needed a break. It's a workhorse. From my understanding, like laptops, if it's like I have a MacBook, so I have 2 laptops. I have a MacBook for school, which I got, like, it was a display model. I got it, it was at the pharmacy, like CVS equivalent, okay? I got it there, Black Friday. And then I have a gaming laptop as like a PC that I can take with me wherever I go. I think that's a good setup, although it is kind of expensive. I will say, like, the MacBook, oh my god, like, apparently I took it in for servicing. because the warranty was ending, and I was told, like, you know, the battery, everything will be fine for another like 3-4 years. So as long as you take good care of it and you're not like killing it, you'll have that thing forever. I had my first laptop was a 2013 MacBook Air that I got for school. And aside from dropping it in the bathtub like 3 times, it was completely fine. I used it until like its battery, like, I don't want to say exploded, but like it just stopped working. I think I still have it actually. Oh no, I gave it away. But it still works. My friend uses it as his like note-taking laptop for school because he said he didn't have a laptop. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? And I just gave him mine. Who are these women on the right side of the screen next to you? Sex dolls. I'm the middle child. I always eat the leftovers lest we throw it away. That's the thing. I feel like the Costco thing, I was scared of buying too much food. But at the same time, like, not buying in bulk can also be really expensive. But I think it's worse to waste stuff, isn't it? I currently use an HP laptop that's 13 years old and still works nicely. The outside of it is falling apart. Well, maybe during like Black Friday or something, it'd be worth it to look for a new laptop. I will say, as someone who was like a diehard, what is it called? Like, I was a diehard, like, was it iPhone? I think I had an iPhone SE. And there was like a big gap. Do you guys remember? There's like a five-year gap where like they didn't release another iPhone SE. But like, I liked having like the button and like, I liked everything on the iPhone SE. And I didn't want to like change anything. I just liked how it looked. So I had an iPhone SE until I started streaming because I actually needed like the face cam for tracking. Dude, it was genuinely kind of life-changing to get a new phone because I didn't realize how slow stuff was moving. You know, like how slow my phone had become. I will say though, like having an old phone or like, you know, some people are saying like you can replace your smartphone with like a bunch of things. Like I don't, aside from Pokemon TCG Pocket, I don't really play, I don't play games on my phone, and I don't have Twitter or anything. I have like messages and like Line, Discord and stuff on like my homepage, but I have a very like curated phone homepage so that like if I want to go on Twitter or something, it's kind of annoying to get to. I have YouTube though. I haven't like quit my YouTube scrolling addiction, unfortunately. I don't know, I like watching shorts. I'm such a zoomer. Hey, Mavia, for research purposes, links? What for what? For the dolls? That's what you're using your super chat on? That's crazy. I think we found Gooner of the Year, guys. Bradley, thank you very much for 49 months of member. Thank you very much for your support. If possible, freezing food helps with waste. That's the problem, is my freezer is really small. So like just to, okay, like imagine, I think I have like Tyson chicken nuggets. If I were to fill, not that I would ever do this, I would consider it, but I wouldn't do it. If I were to fill my entire freezer with chicken nuggets, I could, like the bags of chicken nuggets, I could probably only put like 5 bags inside. Just to give you an idea. Like 5 big bags of like frozen food. That's like everything I can put in my freezer. That's like full. So what else do I have in there right now? I freeze like veggies, froze half of a cabbage, stuff like that. Screenager. That's so mean. I'm being bullied. It's a gaming laptop? That's exciting. I like gaming laptops. You should get okay, if you're new to having a laptop, definitely get a cooler. The other thing that I would suggest, and I say this because I had to take my laptop in for maintenance, and then if I tell you now, you don't have to take your laptop in for maintenance, and you can save money. Get a cooling pad, like get a pretty good and pretty powerful cooling pad. I have, God, I got one off Amazon. It was like 120 bucks. It's kind of expensive, but it'll increase the lifespan of your laptop. And I was also told, because the internal components of gaming laptops get really hot, it's recommended that you get an external keyboard. Oh no, I must get a mechanical keyboard. Oh no, how terrible. Guys, how terrible is that? I have to get a mechanical, this guy has to get a mechanical keyboard. Oh no. Gooner of the Year award. Just search up Seraphine sex doll. You'll find it. Promise. Okay, laptop stand, it helps with ventilation and desk space. This one doesn't. It's pretty big. I have a really small desk. I actually can't fit my secondary monitor on this desk, which sucks. So I'm trying to figure out my desk setup. It'd be so terrible if you got clicky switches too. Oh no, it'd be terrible if you got keycaps of your Oshi or like your favorite color with like RGB lights. Oh god, whatever will we do? Have to ask my dad about a cooling fan? Yeah, do that. It will help a lot, because what happened with my friend, I have a friend, she has an Alienware and she'd been using it for like 3 years or something. The keys started to fuse to like the motherboard, and then now she has to get a new laptop. But apparently I've been treating my laptop pretty well, so I don't have to worry about it. I will say, like, every once in a while, even when I'm streaming, especially when I'm streaming, I like put a wing down and I just check the heat. Usually if I'm gaming, my laptop's kind of loud, I'll turn up the fan volume, but when I'm streaming I don't, because it's really loud, you know? Imagine a little Burb mascot keycap. Maybe one day in the future. There's that company that's been doing VTuber keycap collabs, right? And I thought that was really cool, but I don't know. How do I say this? I don't like the idea of, and I think I've made this very clear, I haven't been streaming that much and I still have outstanding commitments to you guys. So unless it's like a small thing, I don't like the idea of shilling anything or like trying to sell anything, because I have outstanding commitments, right? It's not fair. It's not right, you know? So I had some stuff lined up in the past, but I put it on hold while I'm kind of dealing with other stuff. So I'm sorry that it's taken a while, but not gonna lie, I kind of hate mechanical keyboards. I don't like anything loud. I have silent reds. I don't like anything louder than that. Anything like clicky. Excuse me. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm really thirsty. I'll be right back, okay? Hi. Oh, I've talked so much today. I feel like I haven't talked this much in a while. That's how you know you're in good company though, right? Wanna play this Mafia game on my DS? I wish. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Although no flying though, because I guess that's unfair. I guess it'd make the dungeons too easy, you know? Hi. Thank you, I'm back. Oh no, that would be the worst. I just got one off Amazon in terms of mechanical keyboards. I mean, it doesn't have to be expensive. Again, I only like silent switches. I think anything clicky is really fucking annoying. I'm sorry, keyboard enjoyers, it's really fucking annoying. No one's gonna tell you. Girls won't tell you, but it's really fucking annoying. I had a friend that came over for a while and she had like the loudest, like, I think it's like yellow switches or something. Holy shit, man. Dude, it drove me crazy. I like the idea. I won't take anything like, I don't know, nothing loud for me. I can't do it. If you like clicky switches, may you find a woman or a person that enjoys clicky switches. That's not me. My dad recently refurbished my laptop and gave it to me. That's exciting. Wait, that's so cool. It's nice to know that you have someone that like knows tech, like knows their way around tech. I think that's really important. Just got home from the gym, time to clean the fridge. That's important. I think I still have like a week old, like little bit left of like roasted chicken left in the fridge. I feel so bad. I don't want to throw it out, but like my mom didn't finish it. My friend's dad found his stuff on the family computer and berated him in front of us. My parents have totally given up. I've been sleeping. Well, I mean, I sleep with a Daki, but like, there's nothing. I think there wasn't anything on it, and then I put a Mithra Daki on it, and then what else happened? My dad walked in on me playing a porn game that I got gifted by a Toma Harpy once, and he was like, "Nice," and I was like, "Hey," he's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Just got gifted this game. It's fine." He was like, "Cool," and I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Do you want sushi?" I was like, "Yeah," and then he left. I have like some H figures in my room too. I think my parents are just kind of like fine with it. Although I have one friend and he always tells me like if his parents actually looked up, because he bought tons of Arknights figures and he puts them like on the top shelf so his parents can't see them. He said like they would kill him if they saw like anime girl like statues in his room. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. My mom likes my naked octopus girl statue. I'm lucky, my parents are pretty open-minded. I spilled my milk in my fridge once in uni and never again. No! I'm so sorry to hear that. No, that sucks. What's the worst? I'm trying to think of like the worst kitchen accident I've had. I feel like it's been pretty like okay. I guess other than that one time I was telling you guys about before with the girls that like put their underwear and stuff in the public fridge that I asked to use for a project. I had to like scrub that shit down. That was terrible. By eating KFC, you're gonna take a little piece of Mavia home with you. KFM, Kentucky Fried Mavia. I actually really like KFC. I didn't realize they didn't have popcorn chicken in the US, but apparently they have it in Australia and Europe though. So if you're there, or you ever find yourself there, or if you ever find yourself traveling in Canada, I'd recommend that you try it. They used to have it in the US, but then they replaced it with chicken nuggets, which I don't think are as good. There's something kind of like fatty and disgusting about the popcorn chicken, and I think it's delicious. Underwear in a public fridge, but why? Okay, wait, I'm gonna recap this story really quick for anyone who wasn't there. Basically, I was working on like a fashion styling assignment. That's where I met my friend, by the way, who is gonna hopefully forward some tips to me about male styling. It was really fun. I got to hang out with him last week. We went and we had the sandwiches together, and then we went back to his place, and he showed me like a watch made from like a Beyblade. And I was like, oh my god. I feel like I'm literally the equivalent of like, I don't know. I feel like I rub a lot of guys the wrong way because I have a lot of male friends, but like, I don't do anything. I'm really boring. I don't know. You know, like the meme that's like, oh, I wonder if he's cheating on me. I'm literally like the guy in I wonder if he's cheating on me. And I'm like sitting at my friend's place. And he's like, he just like digs out his Beyblade watch. And he's like, look at this. I was like, yo. And then he's like, and then what did we do? We watched a Resident Evil 4 modding video for like 45 minutes and talked about like, we were talking about making rings out of Bakugan. And that was like the entire hangout. And you may find yourself in a beautiful stream with a beautiful Harpy VTuber. I'm grateful, I'm grateful. Where was I before? Oh, I was talking about what happened with the fridge. Yeah, so I was in the styling class and these girls, like, I let them use the fridge downstairs in my building. Because there's like a community fridge. And I asked the building if they could do that, and they were like, yeah. And then I left for a little bit while... So I basically put all my food in the fridge because they wanted food for like the shoot, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. And then when I was gone, like grabbing more accessories and stuff, some girls, like, they took off their like stockings and put like their underwear and high heels like on top of my food, and I got really mad. I think that's like my worst fridge experience. The worst thing was like, people came down to try and use the fridge, right? And like, obviously they're grossed out because what do you mean like use stockings? One girl was like laughing at me and she was like, haha, I like took off my bra and I put it on your chicken nuggets. And I was like, not my chicken nuggets. I was really mad. And then they deleted my work. But now the class is over. I wish them a very explosion in space. But you know, it's fine. Now I just look back on it as like a stupid memory with stupid people. So anyways, yeah, I profusely apologized to building management. I got on my knees and scrubbed the entire thing with bleach. Yeah, it's diabolical. I agree, it's diabolical and disgusting. And now some people, we were talking about like Zoomers. I think the biggest issue nowadays with young people, I'm gonna sound like I'm a dinosaur, okay? Genuinely, I'm sure you've noticed it because we have like some teachers in here. Biggest issue I see with some of the people I have classes with, because I'm an older student, is like, it's like a respect gap. You know what I mean? Like, people are late and they don't tell the professor why they were late, you know? Or like people walk in 30 minutes late to the lecture. Like, that's crazy, man. The only time I was late, like the time I was late, I was late twice, yesterday and today. Yesterday because that teacher broke her nose and I was like, you know what, I'll take the L. Because if I broke my nose and I was in shock, I'd want someone there. I'll take the L. And then the second thing was like, I actually just woke up late, like once. I think it's like a respect for not just like educators, but like education. If you're, I know some like people, I've been talking to some of the people like in here about like education. Privately, occasionally. And something that like I'll say as someone that went back to school later, so I'm 25 now. I'm basically the equivalent of like a second year, okay? So just for context. You actually make really good friends in school, especially if there are any like older students. It's really easy to connect with older students. It's really nice. I wouldn't be scared of doing it at all. So if you ever thought about like returning to school, it's scary at first, but when you start to get to know a few people, it's really great. Happy stream, yeah. Failing of accountability, yeah. Definitely it's an accountability. It's an accountability gap. Bad behavior learned early? I don't know if it's like... But you'd think like, do they really learn that from somewhere? Or is it like, they're just not... They're not like forced to take accountability. You know what I mean? I think that's different. Because there's like... Okay, I split it between like, there's maliciousness. And then there's like ignorance. And I think generally speaking, when people are ignorant and you like have a conversation with them, like, I'm not saying, obviously we're not gonna have conversations with everyone, a waste of fucking time. If you care about someone though, be like, hey, kinda not cool. And if like, they're like, oh, my bad, then like, that's easy, you know, fixable. But I feel like 99% of people, it's just not worth your time. Not learned, just not punished. Yeah, exactly. It's not like they learn to be irresponsible so much as it's kind of the default and no one corrects it. Dude, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't want to waste my time trying to talk to like Zoomers. Especially if you're like, hey, no phones in class and they're using their phones, dude. I don't have the energy. 24 and it's kind of awkward since I have to take gen eds with freshmen, but I look young enough that they think I'm 18. That's my thing too, is I look young enough that no one ever questions me, you know? Until we talk. It's awkward. I mean, I'm sure you would know that in CVs. Like, sometimes I'm like, hey guys, you want to go drinking? They're not old enough to drink. The age of being able to consume alcohol is different where I'm from and here. So you have to be a little older here, so I kind of get it. Unhappy Nostromo, PJs, ZMX, happy busy night, but I made it. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Welcome. How's it going? Yeah, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just make friends, and I mean, if they're weird about you being older, like, I don't know, you probably don't want to be friends with them in the first place. It's 18 in Canada? Is it 18? I think it's 19 where I was, like, where I am. So even then, like, I wasn't doing anything. You know, the first night I went to like a fantasy themed tavern on my 19th birthday, I forgot my ID, so I couldn't drink. I ended up getting like a burger or something. I don't know. It was fine, but it was kind of disappointing. I've been a lot more like, I keep better track of my ID when I go drinking ever since then. Although, honestly, even if you don't drink, I think it's fun to go out and have like a mocktail or something. Just like a nice juice. For like a fancy soda, I've been really into, what is it called? It was like it's like some kind of like cranberry, some kind of like cranberry citrus soda that I've been really into lately. That's been really tasty. One thing that stuck with me from college was if you calculate the tuition divided by how many lectures, each one can cost more than a concert. That's so funny. My Oshi, my 5 Oshis, my 5 professors. My 5 professor Oshis. I have to go support them at all of their underground concerts. In brackets, their lectures. Working remote for a decade leads to being a hermit. I can see going to school just to make friends. I did that, you know? When I was a shut-in, I wasn't doing anything. I was so bored. I don't know. I never really wanted to say this because I'm not very proud of it. But like, I don't have to work, right? In theory. Of course, like, how do I... If I couldn't work, I would be okay. But the way I see it is like, I would like to be able to earn a respectable living, and that's important to me, you know? But, so I got bored. That's one of the reasons why I went back to school in the first place. It was just like, I wasn't doing anything. Have you seen, like, there are TikTokers that, like, they build their entire audience off of being like, oh, I'm getting ready for, like, my 9 to 5 or something, and they're really relatable. And then, like, there was one example, I don't know what his name was, and he quit. And he stopped being, like, relatable, because he'd be like, come do my 9 to 5, and it's like, no one does this, you know? And then he, like, super fell off, apparently. But yeah, anyways, I got bored. I went to community college, and I signed up as, like, a business major or something. And I made some really great friends. You know what, like, a hack is for making friends in college, the workplace, or, like, anything? Or, like, clubs? College, like, I would say, like, you know, local meetups. I've been going to, like, my local, like, Amo meetup. And I got to meet, like, really cool people there. They're really great. Three things. Or no, not 3 things, but, like, a couple of, like, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is, like, put on weeb stuff, or, like, gaming stuff. Or, like, just, like, something, like, nerdy. Because, like, for the most part, when you meet nerdy people, it's pretty easy to get along with them. I'm lucky because, like, the one class I was taking was Japanese, so everyone got along really well. We went out as a class. We went to eat, like, teppanyaki together. We went to the mall, and we went to Hot Topic together. Like, we just did a lot of, like, I guess kind of, like, cringy things, but, like, it was really fun, you know? But I would say, like, that's how I got to meet a lot of different people. One of the friends I got really close with at, like, in that Japanese class, the reason we started talking is because he had a League of Legends keychain on his backpack, and, like, I wanted to say hi to him, but I didn't really know how. And I remember I was like, oh, he has the League of Legends keychain. Now I can, like, say, like, hey, I like your League of Legends keychain. And then it's, like, so easy to talk to someone, you know? I think a lot of people want to make connections, but, like, sometimes it's kind of hard. So giving them that, like, kind of, like, heads up that, like, hey, I'm into this. It's a good excuse for someone to walk up to you and talk to you. Or you can, like, use that as an excuse. You see someone else's bag, you know? Recently, I walked up to this girl who had, like, I think some, like, shoujo manga, like, stuff on her backpack. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that, like, what was it? I don't even remember. It was, like, Cardcaptor Sakura. And then we talked for a little bit. It was nice. We didn't really, like, end up talking after that, but it was worth a shot, I think. Sagittarius, also happy. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Take care. Ever seeing a video about it? Yeah. Work builds confidence, self-worth, and grants certain freedoms. Very good at character building. Those of us that spend time putting fries in the bag or customer service at a cafe. We know. Yeah. I feel like, crazy change in music. Yeah. I mean, I think you lose a lot of your pride as a person if you're not really, like, working your keep. Does that make sense? Like, even if you didn't have to. I think it's fun to be able, and I think it's important for, like, your own well-being to work towards something. Cringe but free, literally. What am I gonna do? Ask my parents for $100 to buy my hentai anime figures? No, I need to make my own money to do that. Hey, we're about Chinese zodiacs. You're a dragon, right? Or at least very close. I am a dragon. You got it. You got me. Oh yeah, the Lunar New Year is coming up. I don't really know if I'm gonna do anything for the Lunar New Year. I feel like since I'm in a new city, I guess not so new anymore, but I guess I should kind of see what people do locally. It'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't really tend to bond with people over like cultural stuff. Like, I was invited to like the Monster Girls student union, and I was like, that's cool. I don't know, like maybe it's a little awkward to bond over being a monster girl. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's not something you choose. It's something like, you know what I mean? I guess like if there aren't that many people that are like monster girls, or not that many people from, you know, your culture, it can be a nice thing to connect with people. And I think I'm good. I have a lot of monster girl friends. I think we're good. Monster boy friends too. People need a purpose to feel fulfillment, and I think it's a good thing. I want to work my keep. I think it's important. I'll probably never be able to earn as much as my parents, especially working in like any kind of artistic field, but I don't know. Like, they worked, so my parents, I don't think I really talked about this. My parents came from like nothing, right? My parents are very much like self-made people. And I have a lot of respect for them for that. But in turn, it makes me feel a little worse about, you know, relying on them for school, like tuition and stuff. I think tuition is kind of the last big thing I'll ask them for, and then after that, I'd kind of like to work and be on my own, you know? Although maybe that's a little naive considering how expensive things are nowadays, right? And the lantern festivals there are worth it to go to. Lantern festivals, that's exciting. I don't think I've ever been to a lantern festival. I know a lot of monster girls like lanterns, or like, you know, it's a cultural thing, but like, there's like Dragon Boat too. I heard that's a big thing. What else is a big thing? I think like food, it's mostly like a food culture, you know? But mostly I just cook at home. I'm so lazy. Oh my god, Christian, thank you very much for 1 month a member. Hey Mavia, hope your year is off to a good start. Thank you. Well, I get to hang out with everyone, so I promise this has already been one of the highlights of my 2026, so for being here, thank you very much for being here with me today. I feel the exact same. My parents started off dirt poor, but now they're wealthy, and I don't think any job I ever get will match up. Well, the way that I think they should look at it is, like, the main reason they wanted to get to that point is to give you options, right? So, as long as you're pursuing... I don't think you should feel guilty for pursuing your own happiness. I say that, but it's something I kind of feel bad about, right? I mean, I kind of stream for fun, but it's not like it's cheap to, you know, get games and stream and, like, buy my stupid hentai outfits and hang out at home, you know? Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, as long as you're pursuing a life that makes you happy, I mean, money's nothing, right? But I say that, but like, it's difficult. I don't want to say money's nothing. Money, people say money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys you options and it buys you security. And having that peace of mind is not really something that is so easily replaceable. So I don't want to say it's nothing. I think in that, I apologize. Perhaps that's kind of insensitive of me. But I do think it is important that you go out and enjoy yourself from time to time, even if you're stressed out about stuff. Money only matters in basics, but no one should force themselves to compete with neighbors or relatives, IMO. I feel like I hear so many stories of that being like an issue, you know, like, oh, my uncle's like this, my aunt's like this, and they fight over it. Like, I think I see that so much living in like a big city right now. Like, it's expensive, you know? I get it. But at the same time, like, I really don't believe there's any reason to be like miserable to the extent that some of these people are miserable. Do you get what I mean? Like, I understand stressing out. You can stress out. I'm not saying don't, because I'm not in any position to tell you whether to be stressed out or not. I can't say, and I am not in that position. But at the same time, like, to make yourself, like, to do things that contribute to your own misery is not wise. Stressing out's normal? That's the problem with nowadays. Everything's so fast, right? Do you have any family monster recipes that got passed down? You want a secret? My parents don't cook very well, and I was raised by Grandma Harpy. Grandma Harpy was actually our maid. And, this is about to get a little sad. All her kids passed away. So, I was like the last kid that she raised. And that's why my parents took really good care of her. My parents always worked, so neither of them can cook. My dad burns everything, you know? I'm actually the most, you might be shocked, and I wouldn't say I'm proud of this, but I'm the most proficient cook in my family. It's pretty bad. I've seen money really tear people apart. I work for my money, so how's its value? Yeah, I mean, exactly. Feel guilty for making them spend money on me? I feel like as long as you don't let that guilt drive you, that's okay. You don't want to take it for granted, but you don't want to let guilt take away from the fact that you're given opportunities, you know? I'm sorry. This is like, I got like positive one guide. This is like, you know, like one guide's like bad. This is like evil one guide, so it's like a positive thing. Is college worth the debt? I'm thinking about going to college for it, but I don't know if the debt is worth it. It kind of depends on what you want to do, right? I would say if you really want to get your money's worth out of college for the arts. Again, like I don't know what you want to get into, but let's approach this from any kind of fine art. I mean, you could tell me to, but I'm gonna approach this from fine arts. When it comes to fine arts, the main benefits of going to art school are generally like honing technical skill as well as like connections. Those are the two things that they can bring to the table that are hard for you as an individual to get. And I also think, like, someone mentioned, like, state college. I don't think it's such a bad thing to go to, like, a state college. Although, like, not to be, like, a prick, okay? But coming from a background where, like, the name of the school that you go to is very important, okay? That's just my background. I almost think you're better off trying to apply for something that might be a little more expensive, not a lot more expensive. You don't have to go to like the best school, but you want to go somewhere where like they have a lot of good industry connections. So for me, I'm lucky that my school has a lot of good industry connections, but that might not apply to the fine arts. You should already be working on some portfolio stuff in your free time. There's a lot of really good free resources for doing that. Participating in your local community is important. Going to like art events and stuff, meeting people. There are some places that do portfolio days. That would be something interesting that you might want to do. If I were to do again, I would learn a trade to save money and then go to college. That way I would avoid loans. I mean, I think loans are the big scary thing, right? That I can't speak on. I'm technically an out-of-state student, right? So I pay basically triple of what an in-state student pays, which is kind of scary to think about. But yeah, I would say you have to be a little proactive from the beginning, especially like don't freak out about the portfolio stuff if you want to go to school for art, but just be aware that when you're in there, talk to your professors, like ask them for help outside of school, build good relationships with them. So hopefully they can either offer you advice or they can offer you like connections or like be able to, you know, like really mentor you. Participate in like, there's a lot of benefits to being an art student. Generally speaking, you get free admission to like certain museums and stuff. As long as you're taking full advantage of some of the outside of school stuff. I'm not part of any clubs, by the way. My health doesn't allow for that and I want to stream, so I'm not part of any clubs. But like I do take advantage of the fact that no one goes and sees my professors during their during their like free blocks, you know? So like I'll go in, I'll ask questions. I send them emails, I give them like a card or something at the end of the semester. I always keep in touch. It's important. Really, like, as long as you're doing that, I think you're getting the most out of it. I can't speak on the financial aspect of it because working as a creative, generally speaking, unless you work in design, is just not profitable. You know? Definitely networking is a must. And networking is like the main benefit you get from art school. And like getting to meet other people in your here, other people in similar fields that you will probably work with. That's another reason why I didn't like go after those girls, right? It's like realistically, we're probably going to be working in the same field in the future. And like, I'm not here to make enemies, okay? Do I hate them? Yeah. But like, it's a waste of my time to like try and make their lives hell. You know what I mean? Just leave America and study abroad. I was studying in the UK before. I think it's also important to consider like the culture of the place that you're studying. I liked studying in the UK, but I didn't really, they were weird about me being a monster, bro. Or, like, you know, to put it in plain terms, I think they were weird about me being Asian. They could be kind of racist. It was kind of bad. They'd be like, "You can speak English?" I was like, yeah. So I'd say, like, also be sure that the place you're going to, the school culture is like for you too, right? So I'd say look into that too. Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. I'd be like, "Oh, you can speak English? That's crazy." And okay, we're gonna get really like IRL for a second. So I'm Chinese, but my first language is English, right? I wasn't Chinese enough to hang out with the Chinese kids. They didn't want anything to do with me, but I wasn't like white enough to hang out with like the American students. So they didn't want to hang out with me. So I was like super alone. All I did was I'd come back home and I'd play League with my friends back home. And that was my life for like half a year until I got into an accident and had to leave. I'm gonna be honest, I was happy that I left at that point because I was so miserable being at school. I made like a couple of friends, they're great, but like we still keep in touch. But I think school, like the reason why I'm even here in the first place is because I have friends that live here. So even if I didn't make any friends at school, I feel confident that like I could hang out with them on the weekends, or you know, we play League, or we go to like events. There's gonna be the Digimon pop-up, so we're gonna go to that. I'm really excited for that. You're obviously a Harpy. Yeah, but I thought it was important. It's good context, right? That's kind of the reason why they were like, "Oh, you speak English, right?" But what can you do? A lot of pitfalls, but kind of just gotta keep trudging along. You can get publicly subsidized loan with FAFSA, and the government pays the interest until 6 months after graduation. I don't know anything about that because I'm not eligible for all of that, but that's amazing. And if that's something that would help, that's great. UK class culture is also another weird angle. I was basically doing my A levels because I hadn't done that. Sorry to go through that. I mean, it's fine. I'm here now. The way I see things that have happened in the past is like, if all of that stuff didn't happen, I wouldn't be here right now, right? And even if I don't like where I am right now, it's kind of a waste of energy to think like that, right? It's better use of energy to think like, even if I wasn't happy right now, which I'm pretty happy. Like what could I do differently now to kind of push myself towards like a future that I'd look forward to? But like at the end of the day, like, did it suck when I was like in that class with those like shitty people? Yeah, but like I'm here. I get to be with you guys. We got to play sorcery. Like that's so much fun. And I have something exciting hopefully coming next week that I can show you, but we'll see. I've gotten to meet a lot of crazy people. We had a great talk tonight. I've had so much fun. I have beautiful sex dolls next to me. What can I say? Company's good. Whatever happened in the past has led to who you are. Yeah, I'm chilling. I don't know. I try not to talk about the past too much, but since we're talking about art school and stuff, I think it's important to consider like school culture too, you know? That's all. I'm sorry if that was kind of long and drawn out. And really, isn't that what life is all about? Sex dolls? Hell yeah. I don't know about that. Maybe like H dolls. Have an early morning class tomorrow. I hate early morning class. They're just the worst. I can never wake up, and I have to wake up extra early because I have to get my stuff set up before class even starts. Doesn't that suck? Well, what can you do? Oh, and choose good professors. Professor can make or break a class. So if you decide to go back, keep all of these in mind from your I don't know, I don't want to say senpai. I feel like a geriatric man. From your old man, Mavia. H-Dolls and cosplaying Harpy VTuber. What a life. Cosplaying for myself in private. You do that too, you know? You could put on like a male stripper outfit and get a pole and then like look at yourself in the mirror and feel really good about yourself too. Who knows? I think if you're a guy, you should take hot glamour shots of your body. Just for yourself. Like your arms and stuff. Or your core, whatever you're proud of. If you feel good about it, just keep them for yourself. Have a folder on your phone. Oh yeah, you're 25, you are geriatric. Hey, I'm not from the 1900s, like some brachiosaurs in the chat, okay? As in bad professors during my career, they either barely taught anything or were too strict. Yeah, those tend to be the two Pokemon types of bad professors. You gotta read Rate My Prof. Very, very important. You gotta read all the Rate My Profs. That's why I'm taking this morning class, is because the professor in the afternoon is apparently like dog shit. So I have to take the morning class. It is what it is. Navia, my favorite Oji-san Oshi. Yeah, if only I was like drinking hard liquor or something again. It's so expensive. I haven't felt like it lately. I got sick once and I haven't felt like it again. I enjoy my water and my hot chalky. Basically, Magic Mike's at home. We have Magic Mike at home. Points at finger pointing at viewer. Go have your Magic Mike angle for yourself. Have your Magic Mike episode. It'll feel good. Would I consider grad school? No. No. My parents are older. I want to move back home. I think that's important to me. It kind of hit me. Wait, can I say something really sus? Okay, so, you know, like, who was it that passed away? It was like, was it the creator? Like, it was a big mangaka or like game creator, and he passed away and he was like 76. People were like, oh, we're gonna miss him. And I was like, that's how like old my parents are. I need to go home. So my plan is to finish my education and just be home with my family. It's important to me. I mean, if I had more time, I'd probably stay and learn more stuff, right? But, I'll be okay. I told my professors already, so they're very nice. I talked to them in advance, and they said they'd help me look for work back home, so that's exciting. The Dead or Alive guy, was that him? I heard about it. It was very sad. A lot of those lately. Isn't it kind of freaky? Like, you know, I don't know, like, imagine like you're 60 or 70, like the people, like your equivalent of like your equivalent of like Lady Gaga or like Justin Bieber, like they're dying. That's freaky. That's scary to think about, isn't it? Even the Home Alone mom passed away. No. His frenemy was very sad. I remember that. It was the Dead or Alive guy. You're right. I remember reading his frenemy's post. Honestly, I kind of like the 8 a.m. classes. I can't do it because I have to make breakfast before then, right? I was told if you don't have breakfast, you should have like broth or something at the beginning of the day. That's important. He passed away recently. I liked his Ninja Gaiden games the most. Ninja Gaiden looks good. I might check it out sometime. I think I have it on my wish list. I have to check it out. Right, my professor, what a throwback. Dude, you gotta look. Some of these people have like the most abysmal reviews. Like sometimes you can tell when people are like being annoying and stupid, like, oh yeah, he marked me late. Like, bro, you were late. But sometimes it is like, wow, this person has an ego and they hate everyone. Then you want to avoid them, right? I just didn't eat breakfast 90% of the time when I was in uni. You gotta eat breakfast. I'll end the stream with everyone must go eat breakfast. Let me see if we can raid anyone, because I'm gonna go disintegrate after this. Let's see. Who is... Holy moly. Can I find someone to redirect to? Well, I'll talk for a little longer. I'm just curious. Wow, lots of people are streaming right now. Hold on. Oh, a lot of these are lobbies. I can't read. Let's read Emoody. It's been a while. But anyways, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Glad I was able to make it to stream. It was fun and cozy. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. I had a lot of fun chatting too. Great Pippa, maybe another time. Thanks for the chat. I wish you luck in the school. Thank you. I'm wishing you guys luck every day with work or school or whatever life throws at you, you know? Very important. Breakfast hate other than weekend pancakes. Just make pancakes on weekdays. Come on. Just wake up a little earlier. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for always wishing you're doing well at school. Thank you. I'm doing my best. It is what it is. Reading in this economy. Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming and chatting with me today. I'm sorry. I feel like I always get a little like lectury or advicey. I always feel like maybe it's I don't know if it's too uncalled for. I feel a little bad, but I have a lot of fun just chatting about random stuff. We gotta chat about alcoholic drinks and soda and Milo and Nesquik and everything on planet Earth and back. And I really enjoyed the mac and cheese. Please try craft dinner with ketchup. Those will be my parting words to you. Thank you for the stream. It's so nice. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I feel like I got to meet some new people today, and that was really exciting. Doki Doki Aviary Club, thank you very much for 1 month of member. Thank you for the stream. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. How much is left? Like half. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch it. I think I want to lay down. Maybe I'll wake up in the middle of the night like a fiend and eat it. Base ketchup enjoyer, try it. Try it. Next time you make craft dinner, try it. Okay? Promise me, try it. Thank you for finding the time to stream. Thank you for having me. Sorry I haven't really been streaming. As of next weekend, I'm a little tied up, but hopefully during the weeknights I can a little more since I'm not so busy yet. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's happy. Let's go raid Emoody. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for spending time with me and eating dinner and yapping. Take care, everyone, okay? Bye.